going on, YouTube? It's your girl Monique Nicole, and I am back with another video. Before we get started, honey, if you are new to my channel, please make sure you are subscribed. Go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. While you are there, click the thumbs up button for this video. Okay, honey? Support your girl, honey. Support, support, support. And tonight, I have my girl, Nita the Diva, here with me this fine evening. Hey, boo.
Hey, girl.
Thank you for joining me, hunty.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, y'all, we are here this evening to discuss the very groundbreaking and controversial episode
Yeah.
of P Valley. This was what, episode 4, titled Demethrius?
Yeah. Let me just, I just
What is the H? I don't know.
right. I know what was with the weird spelling of it. I'm like,
Was that the man that got killed by the police? I don't know.
no, that was the name of her brother.
Her brother. Okay, Roulette's brother.
Mhm.
Bet.
Thank
Just waiting for a few y'all to come on in. Come on in. I hope y'all got a notification or whatever. I do not have 1,000 subscribers, so unfortunately I don't have the privilege of having a community tab where I can post notes and stuff. So I just scheduled it. So I don't know if it popped up.
It's coming.
I don't know if it popped up on like on my page. I should have asked you behind, like, because I'm curious. You know, YouTube.
Yeah, I am curious. I didn't see it come up in my timeline.
See.
I only saw it once it was live.
So. That's a problem, YouTube. Y'all just give me a second.
Hey, Miss
Letting y'all get in, and I'm going to post this on my Instagram. Y'all, every time I think I'm gonna be on time, something happens. So I apologize for my tardiness. But I thank you guys for joining, honey, because we have a lot to discuss. Well, in the meantime, before we get into specifics, Nita, what was in just your general, what were your thoughts, your overall thoughts on the episode? Let's start there before we dive.
My overall thoughts on the episode was that it was excellent writing. Like, I thought that although the episode felt like it was all over the place, I think they did a good job with really just kind of pacing out the storylines and jumping back and forth and covering a lot of ground. I thought the episode was very meaningful, very impactful. They had a lot of messaging, a lot of themes that they were hitting on. It was Pride Month. We got 2 Pride Month scenes. So
happy Pride, bitches.
Yes, we went out with a bang. And I loved every minute of it. This is one of the episodes that I will find myself revisiting. A theory video on a particular issue that I saw, and yeah. So I just
wait. What issue? What issue?
The issue is between Mercedes and Miss Farah.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, y'all. I have notes, but I'm kind of in that mood where we're gonna go where we go. So if we go out of order, we go out of order.
There were 3 different scenarios that you can possibly do theory videos for, and one was Miss K had already talked about it. Was Miss Ernestine Toy actually having a Rona, giving it to Miss Ernestine, and Miss Ernestine passing away. I believe that is definitely going to happen.
You feel confident about that?
I feel very confident about that. I feel like they left enough breadcrumbs that we can kind of, because they kept on making sure that they kept showing Toy, and she kept on saying these allergies, but she was looking sicker and sicker and sicker. Her eyes
she was. You're right. And I had that. I didn't think. How do I say this? I did peep that she was looking sick, and I was like, "Why she look like that?"
I mean, I just think dealing with allergies is eyes, nose, and ears. So it's possible that you can possibly look sick, but my thing is we in a pandemic, you need to come back with a negative test. You cannot be around my grandmother like this. Uncle Clifford knows that she's vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? She has an underlying condition.
She's of a certain age.
Of a certain age. And yes, and that thing was taking people out, especially the vulnerable people. When it first hits, it was tragic.
It was elderly. It was like not targeting, but they were emphasizing the elderly being affected and stuff like that.
Yes.
So it's true. It's true.
So yeah, and the way that they're really doing life imitates art and art imitates life, I really think that they're going to actually showcase that. And then there's another one that I kind of was wrapping my head around with Big Bone and Diamond. I feel like Big Bone has some different, like she's there, but she's there under a different, like she might be investigating and trying to figure out what happened with Montavious and
who
from Murder Night, the dude that they killed.
No. But who was Who are you saying?
Big Bone. You remember when her and Diamond got together? You remember when they were sitting, there, and all of the girls was talking about Diamond, and everybody saying their little stories, talking about, well, I heard he did this, and I heard he did that, and I heard he left because of this, and all this other stuff. And when she said something about, when one of the girls said something about what happened, like Big Bone ears kind of perked up, and she just kind of looked at her, and she was just like, I just saw her kind of like paying attention a little bit more. And then my last theory is that Farrah.
I wasn't expecting all this. I'm gonna tell you right now, I was not. Some of these, you got me a little thrown on some of these.
She just kind of put it on a little too. I don't know. It felt like she had an agenda. That's what it felt like to me, because it felt like, I mean, I can understand being assertive and going for what you want, and she knows she's a bad chick or whatever. So if she sees something that look good and all the girls want, that's fair. So it may not pan out like that, but I feel like that there's something else maybe going on, something. I don't know. It's just a little thing. And then the last and final thing is what I'm going to do the theory video on is I think Farrah is going to be using Mercedes to take Coach to divorce court and take him for everything that he got. Now, that's my theory video.
I am behind you on the Farrah thing.
Yeah.
A part of me wants to believe that there is some true connection between them, and she's exploring herself, and I want to believe that. But some of the writings are on the wall.
Yeah.
Mercedes showed her a picture of her child. I'm like, the pictures, them doing their own thing, and I won't tell if you won't. Again, a part of me wants to believe that there is a genuine connection between them.
Right.
I have my eyebrow raised. My eyebrow raised.
Yeah, definitely. And my whole thing about that is that when they were talking about ringtones, did you hear what song was playing? I put in my
she said F these niggas or something.
Right. And ain't shit. That's what it was. His ringtone, her husband's ringtone was Nick's ain't shit. So I was like, okay, so it ain't as lovey-dovey as we think it is. You know what I'm saying?
I never thought it was, because clearly.
But it felt like it was. Like, the way she went about when she came down and kissed him. I guess she was just marking her territory when she came down and kissed him in front of Mercedes. And then, I didn't see any kind of animosity. So,
but I don't think it's animosity, but what I
get, sometimes you get tired of, because he makes a lot of money, he feels like he
wears the pants in the house, and a lot of stuff.
Sometimes people get tired of that, So I think that's
what I'm thinking. Because I feel like, what was I gonna say? I don't know if there's animosity, but I feel like Farrah is in a situation where she's not that she's not the wife that's like, oh yeah, let's explore and have threesomes and it's not that. I feel like he is pulling.
Yeah.
He's running the show and she kind of almost has no choice, even though
Right.
everybody does, but something within herself, she feels like she doesn't have a choice. So she has to just continue to just go with it. She
Right.
doesn't seem like a willing participant.
Right.
His
Right.
other hoes that he had prior to
And
Mercedes.
she said that she never met any of them. So the fact that she said that she's never met any of them, but we do know because she said there have been plenty of them.
Just,
So now
mm-hmm.
this was Mercedes doing. She said she wanted to meet the wife. And
Right.
so I just think somewhere along the line, Farrah just kind of got some things up her sleeve. I don't know if that was the initial intent. And I think it's just Mercedes going to end up being collateral damage because I think she really, really and truly, because she acts like she likes her. She was like, I wanted to hate you, but I like, you know what I'm saying? But she hate herself or whatever. And I was just like, oh, whoa, this is kind of crazy. And then we turned into this whole love scene when she just kind of like revealed that, she really like her. And I was just like, okay. I was like,
I guess. I guess. Were you always a lesbian or you just
right? Because not to say that it's hard to know what to do because you know what gets done to you, but I don't know, it was just kind of like it felt very, very natural, and it felt like she was the aggressor to me. It felt like that's what it was.
What did Mercedes say? She's like,
it came real natural to you.
Real natural to you. It came real natural to you. Okay, y'all. Sorry. I wrote a whole thing on Instagram and then messed something up. I had to delete it and redo it. So that's why my eyes were not on the screen. I'm sorry, y'all. I was being a little rude.
Nina, we're not talking about Farrah's elbows, girl.
Somebody else said that too in the comment. I had to go back.
Yeah, I remember that.
Ashy elbows.
I hope they were ashy. I hope y'all not talking about because she's dark skinned. I don't know.
No, I would hope, bitch.
Right. I was like, I hope that does not. But no, I didn't see it.
Don't let this ring light fool y'all. I'm dark skinned. So, no, I took it as ashy elbows. That's what
I didn't even see.
I didn't notice it, but the comments I've seen.
Yeah.
That's what I've gotten from it is, possibly like ashy elbows.
Possibly.
Okay, y'all. So that was a good little.
Make me go back and look, but I really don't
curious now because I'm like everybody was saying it. Shit, everybody was saying a lot of stuff. Again, this episode made its way to social media. This episode had everybody talking, and we know why. But we will get to that shortly.
Okay.
So let me pull up my handy dandy notes.
Nina, make sure you clear your comment up so I know exactly what we're talking about. You say OMG. Tell me what it was, baby, because I don't want to.
Yeah, let us know. I want to be in the loop.
That girl, not that girl.
Loopy loop.
Right. Miss Kira said she didn't notice either. It was plenty of other things to look at other than elbows. So.
What's going on episodes on? It wasn't that. The ashy elbows was the least of my concern this episode. But you're the only person that's talked about it. I have seen other comments, so I'm assuming ashy elbows, which we've all had them.
I know, right? Guilty.
Listen, I be checking mine before I get on this damn camera. All this moving, listen, y'all. So let's get into these notes. I might skip around. I don't know. I'm not in the mood to go scene by scene. So
we've all seen the episode, so let's just talk.
Let's just chat. So I say that, but here we go. The episode opens up with the ladies at the strip club. And we see the lady from last season, y'all, the woman who blew all of her divorce settlement money. She came back to the Pank to have more fun and turn up. She loves the strip club. So she's turning up. She's getting private lap dances, all this stuff. What's the stripper named Toy? She takes off her mask. I don't know why she took off the lady's mask. The lady had two masks, okay?
Double mask.
double mask. So you know she was taking it seriously. So I don't know if she got in the moment.
She
I don't know
did.
if she had too much to drink, but she took off both masks, and all of a sudden, Toy sneezed right in her face. Disgusting.
Very.
Disgusting. I probably would have whooped that trick because ill. First of all, it's nasty to do that anyway. And then secondly, at the height of COVID, like, oh my God,
Right.
someone's face is like, like it's like a major.
So disrespectful.
Like, bitch, you could have anywhere to the side, anywhere you could have, and
Right.
the weed, you could have, something, damn it.
Something.
So she's the lady turns out to be a damn health department, health inspection type person. So she, out of retaliation, gets on the mic and she was like, bump this. The paint is closed. Okay. So she found all these issues inside, all these violations. So it seems like something is just always damn happening at the paint. As
Right.
soon as they figure out one thing, something comes right after. So they got 24 hours, y'all, to fix, which I feel like is not realistic. I think in real life, it's way more than 24 hours.
Yes.
For TV, they had to be damn dramatic. I mean, 48 hours would have been a little bit better, but 24, a little not realistic to me.
Right.
Hey, Greta. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't realistic to me, but it's a show. So
Right.
in the locker room, honey, roulette. Because she started the argument between she and that girl. I don't know I cannot remember what the hell she was saying. Now I don't remember what the hell Roulette was talking about. Whatever, she started it.
You said she started it? No. She was talking about Toy and her.
Oh yeah, and the girl was like, "Oh, she got allergies."
Yeah, and then the girl said, "I'm vouching for her. She does have really bad allergies,"
which is fine. That's not an issue. Then Roulette would be like, "Well, I'm not talking."
I feel like the girl did it. The girl is what she brought up the other streams of income. But what am I missing?
What I'm saying is she didn't start it, meaning she didn't start the argument or the tension. So Roulette was talking to the whole group, which she was, and that's why the girl said, "I can vouch for her, Toy. She has allergies." Then Roulette said, "I'm not talking to you." She was like, "Well, you're talking to the whole room, so I mean, I think I'm able to speak." I feel like what she said wasn't bad. Yeah, y'all, I can vouch for her. She got terrible allergies. That's not something to whoop that trick over. That's not something to get upset about. I feel like Roulette was just bout it, and wanted to pop. Like, I just feel like she was a hothead and was gonna pop off. You know what I'm saying? All the girl said was, "Yeah, she got bad allergies." Then Roulette said, "Well, I'm not talking to you." And the girl was like, "Well, you're talking to the whole room, so I'm able to speak." Okay. And then that's when it got escalated. And that's when the girl was like, "Well, what I heard," you know what I'm saying? So in my eyes, and what it seemed other people kind of peeped was like Roulette was more the aggressor in that argument.
Okay.
Before it escalated, I feel like Roulette was just being more aggressive. But to each their own. That's how I took the scene. Okay. I remember feeling like, damn, Roulette, why you? I mean, because she was talking to the whole room, like, bitch, you talking to everybody. You can't tell me I can't speak. You're talking to the entire room. You're not having a private conversation. You talking to the entire room. So I don't know. Roulette to me was just she had a stank attitude. All right, that's not act like she just was stank. She had a stank ass attitude, and she was ready to knuck if you buck. So sadly, that is what she did. She whooped that trick. And that poor girl did not.
Lord, her whole face was busted. Like, I mean, when they showed her and, live. Okay, so you think so too? Okay, like I said, y'all can have it.
I'm not different opinions, but I just feel like that when you go back and see it, it's like Roulette was just ready. Yeah. She was just ready to pop off.
That's definitely her personality. That's where she is with it. But I just felt like I don't know. I felt like
the girl was right to air her. Like I said, I'm saying before that part, that was the aggressor. Now I don't think it's right the girl aired her out. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is.
It felt uneven. It felt like, okay, something, and I don't know. It just felt like she kind of hit below the belt or whatever.
Okay,
So that's
I
what.
can see that. No, I
Well,
can
she
see
did
that.
have a snake attitude, but
To
um,
hit that low, I get what you're saying. If you're gonna,
like you say, you can't say something that can't be mad at how mad somebody get. I get it, but it's
some people say that, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
that's a
Oh,
Brazil.
you don't say that. You don't think that.
I still feel like it depends on the situation.
Right.
And I still feel like that's a cute saying, but in reality, it depends on how you clap back. Because if you hit somebody over the head with a bottle, your ass can go to jail. So I just feel like it depends. Like on regular basis, regular confrontation level, okay, sure.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah.
that saying I find
Yeah. It's a little problematic. It's
it's
a
a little
little
problematic. I know it's an old saying, and I know people say it, but it's a little problematic for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't fight because see, I know what I'm capable of doing and what my limits are. Some people do not have limits.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you hear stories about, oh, someone got kicked in the head and they died. Like I don't play. That's why I don't play about fighting. Now, if someone hits me, I'm going to
Defend yourself.
and I'm gonna pray to God I'm alive by the end of it. But
Right.
I'm never gonna be the one to swing on somebody first. That's just not my style.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Roulette had some anger built up, and she really did whoop that trick. Like
She
she
said
punched her in the
Brazil had
face.
a mouth for a belly
She
button.
punched her in the face. She did a wrestling move, and then
Kicked
to
her.
end it off, she kicked the girl in the face. She could have broken the girl's nose. She could have broken the teeth. Like, see that? I'm just like, oh fuck no.
Right.
Again.
Right. It was a bit much.
So
But I was surprised that the girl, uh, Greta called her Brazil. I didn't know the other girl name. I was surprised. I heard like strippers got like super strength. Like, they used to fighting and
they
knocking.
might, but not, that don't mean everybody can fight,
I
child.
was surprised that it was like a
Totally.
one-sided fight.
Whether you strong or not, you can't necessarily beat somebody that damn has wrestling training or knows wrestling moves, bitch. Yeah, you're out my league. You got it. You got it, girl. I would just Anyway, so let's see. I'll talk about the Big L scene because we got a little moment where when Big L took Roulette to the side to cool her down, and he basically was like, "How'd you learn that move?" And she said her brother. And I guess Big L picked up on the vibes that something happened to the brother, which we find out later on it did. And we find out that Big L has a daughter because he said, you're just like my daughter, whatever. I guess maybe hot headed. I don't know.
Right.
And he said a line, and I wish I wrote it down, y'all. Damn it. He said something about, okay, ooh, be the finesser, not the finessed. I was like, ooh, Big L coming through with a quote, a line.
Right.
So that was definitely
Yeah,
in
because they
response.
was having a conversation about what was you doing.
Uh-huh.
Like, what you doing? And he was like,
they have an agreement, like, okay, we know each other's doing dirt, so we're gonna keep it quiet. But he was like, baby girl, be the finesser, not the finesse. So
right.
tread
So
lightly.
let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about her telling her Demetrius story to the white boy rather than to Big L? Do you see any kind of
I think I take it as it was a timing thing.
Yeah, she was too worked up
She was too worked up and too angry. In the
with
other
Big L.
scene, she was more sad and vulnerable. So
Mm.
I feel like I'm not gonna say if anybody, but if someone else came to her in a certain way, I think she would have probably told them. Now, of
Okay.
course, I know she likes white boy, but I think it was just more of a timing thing. I feel like she
Okay.
was more
Yeah,
sad
yeah.
and vulnerable.
Yeah, she was still real hyped up from the fight or whatever. So
Right. So her adrenaline, she was angry, you know what I mean? So
right.
yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Me, I'll be sitting up there trying to read into stuff.
I know you be having your theories, girl. I
You had my good eye on me.
Days is at home. She's on the phone with Clifford. I think he was like giving her like a heads up, an update on what was going on at the club because you know there's something always happening at the Pink. And she gets a text from Coach saying that he will be in town and wants to see her. So we know how that ended up, and we will get there shortly, honey.
I'm still trying to figure out how Fair worked that.
The
So
texting,
Coach
yeah,
doesn't hear his phone. Like,
right. That was kind of weird, right? The
it was
phone
a
number.
little weird. It was a little weird. Maybe, you know what? But he was just leaving. So maybe when she texted him, she had access to his
His
phone.
phone. Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
She's a sneaky one.
Yeah.
She's a sneaky one, isn't she, Miss? You know, like I said, I agree with you. Got to keep an eye out on Miss Farrah because something. I don't know. I don't know. I got my eye out on her. So Gidget, Get 'em Gidget is back. And she is with her bestie, Keyshawn, while she's on their little tour or whatever. So they're at like the store, right? Where she has her eyelash and all that stuff. Now, I forgot to say this on the other review on Lamont's channel, but did y'all peep what she said to Rome when she was like,
She's looking mocha tan.
yeah, the flyer was looking very mocha, aka not her skin complexion. I was like, I was curious if anybody.
I 100% agree, and I do agree with Big L about it being lighting. However, I remember JT when she got home from the City Girls. If y'all know JT, she came home from jail or whatever, and she did this photo shoot. And when I tell you, JT looked as light as I did, as I am, and you know that JT is not that. I was like, I said, lighting or
I mean,
we all know that colorism is alive and well, right?
very much so.
I believe in marketing, they wants to make the people lighter. You know that with filters, if you play with filters, you know you look a little lighter than what you normally look like. So your nose looks a little smaller than it usually is. Come on now, we know. I mean, I believe
of like it'd be a combination of lighting and makeup,
right,
and then maybe editing at the end of that. So yeah, lighting, makeup, and editing.
Right.
I believe you.
Right.
I believe you, girl.
Hey, Perlo.
Dang it, I'm trying to do. Anyway, I'll figure it out later.
Yeah, but I do believe that she did look up.
I agree. You're right, girl. You do.
That's what I said. I believe. That's what I was like. This episode was so good. They was writing. They was touching on so many different issues. The colorism, the racism, the Pride Month, the pandemic. Sorry,
everything.
All of that stuff. It was just so well done.
Yeah, they hit on a lot of issues. I mean, this whole season thus far they have, but this episode was like, wow. Like,
what do you think about a lot of men saying that they're checking out? They don't like the episode. They didn't like it. They don't know if they're returning. They're not doing no more reviews on it. There are a couple of men that said that, and I was just like, really?
Okay.
I was disturbed. Like I said, when I posted on my page, I said you leave your homophobia at the door because, baby, if you want to make me mad, go ahead and start going there.
So I'm trying to think how I want to start this.
It is a tizzy. It's a tizzy. If you've gone on Twitter,
I have, but I just want to address. Okay, so let me first say, which I kind of said this already on Lamont's channel. Damn it. I don't even know how the fuck to start this shit. So
Well, get your thoughts, and maybe we'll address it at the end.
nah, I'm saying now because you already put it on the table. So
okay. I'm sorry. It's just me.
It's just best to get it out the way now before people be thinking things. Okay, so this episode was very much so groundbreaking. This is like probably the first time that we've seen on television not only two gay black men, but two gay black men that present as masculine, right? Have a sexual intimate scene.
Right.
I thought it's groundbreaking and it's needed. Now, this is what I want to say. Now, what I'm about to say,
that's a preface because we're about to go somewhere else.
I'm about to say something, but I don't want my comments to be misconstrued. What I'm about to say is for people who are not homophobic, and I feel like we have to be careful with that label that we put on people. Okay, because I had this thought earlier. I feel like, listen, the whole country, we're evolving as people, right? What we're accepting and doing now is not what we did not even 15 years ago, not even 10 years ago.
Right.
Barely 5 years ago. Okay. So whether that's women's rights, even though we just took 50 steps back, but that's another comment or another topic for another day. Right. Whether it's mental health, we never talked about mental health 10 years ago. 15 years ago. So, and then now with the LGBTQ plus community, a lot of good things have happened over the last few years. And I liked the positive direction we were moving as a country before the Supreme Court effed it up last week.
Right.
But what I want to say, just to give some grace for the people who are not disrespectful and the people who are not just outright homophobic, I do feel like it is a natural. We have to understand this is new. This is new. I remember. I want to say, I could be wrong, but I want to say ABC and how to get away with murder, first primetime, whatever shows on television to display gay couples and gay sex.
Right.
Now ABC's sex scenes are a whole lot different than Star's. So I felt like, I remember even then I was like, oh, this is different. Okay, this is okay. They're going there. Okay, like this is 5 years ago with those shows on ABC, Scandal and what do you call it?
They definitely were shaking the table.
They were shaking the table. This, we're not going to pretend, again, I got to give a little bit grace to the other side. We're not going to pretend like this was not a very graphic sex scene. And for me, whether it's a hetero or homo, whatever shit, no matter who it is, I don't like a lot of graphic type of sex scenes. I said the other night, the only time I ever really
goes right.
And even with him, not every scene was like, I was like, oh yeah, because some I was like, okay.
He was really rough and aggressive in some scenes.
Some of them I didn't like, but Ghost is really the only person on Power was the only one that I would actually watch. Anybody else I would fast forward to. So when I said on the live with Lamont the other night, I was saying I fast forwarded through both sex scenes, the one with Mercedes and Farrah, and then the one with Teak and Lil Murder. I'm equal opportunity. I will fast forward any sex scene that I don't feel comfortable, whether it's man and woman, man and man, girl on girl. It is not. It's not a personal. I mean, it's not a. I'm not being.
Yeah, I get that.
That's just me.
I get that.
What I'm saying is, again, for those people who are not being outright disrespectful, it is a natural human reaction when you're not used to something to be like, oh, wait, that's a natural human reaction. So we do have to give some grace a little bit. This was a very graphic, and like Miss K said, it was almost like it wasn't just because it was two men making love. It was just like it felt very okay. Step one, step two, this bend over. It was just a lot. It was a lot. It could be me again. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fans of sex scenes. I still cringe sometimes. I fast forward, no matter who it is. Man, woman, man, girl.
Yeah.
Now, I have seen the disrespectful comments, the people who are being outright homophobic. I see them and I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I guess to your question about the men saying, "Oh, it's getting too much for me. I don't know if I can watch it." I feel
Yeah, they
different
said
ways.
they're actually clocking out. So it's
I
just
feel different
like,
ways
for
about it.
forego a good storyline, forego art and television or whatever, you're just clocking out just because,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I said, I do want to extend some grace to people because it was very graphic and it
It
was
was a very graphic, sexist.
never
It was.
seen before on TV.
Yeah.
Even like I watch reaction channels. I watch goddamn Zoe, and he was taken aback. And he was like, like, you know
And
what I'm
he's
saying?
gay. And he was gay. That's what I'm saying. Like,
You know what I'm saying? So
there was
every
gay
like,
people who had their jaw dropped, like, oh shit, oh my God. They're
yeah,
so
yeah.
come on now.
And
It's
I'm
like,
fine with that. I'm fine with that. But
yeah.
then, I had somebody comment on my page talking about they ain't like all the gay shit. They gave it like low rating and stuff. And I'm like, but what about the writing? What about the story? What about what they are telling and all this other stuff or whatever?
Mhm.
You're gonna see more and more and more of it because these people exist. It's the same thing like how white people wanted to act like black people didn't exist. Like they don't want you on your TV screen.
Yeah.
What are you upholding? Are you turning into those same type of people? Like just kind
Yeah. And see, and that's I agree with this comment because again this is multi-layered, right? So you have your group of people who are actually truly homophobic. You have your group who is just not used to it. It is a lot for them, whatever. You have your people like me who's just more sensitive to sex scenes in general and just like to fast forward regardless of who it is.
and that's fine. I
There's,
feel like
there's
that's what
different.
it should be
Yeah,
because
there's
as much
different.
heterosexual sex that we see on TV just doesn't even compare. Like,
I mean, yeah. And again, this is stars. So it's gonna like that's what I'm like. It was just like I was like, okay, whoa. I couldn't. I just couldn't. It was just me. I can't. I'd be fast forward all types of sex scenes. Like I'm not gonna keep saying y'all heard man and woman. I don't. I just it just be too
not Greta saying she wanted to trade places with Teak. You know me, I had fun with the scene. I was like, "This baby, where's the arch in the back, baby?" That's
that was funny when you said that.
big.
Like, where is
He looked like
that?
he looked like he ain't had it in a long time. He looked like he was trying to get used to it. Maybe the arch came a little bit later, but baby, he was real tense.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I mean,
He
the
was
scene
real tense.
was groundbreaking. I mean, and I'm not
Right,
laughing at it.
Celine, I definitely saw it. A lot of people said they didn't see it. I said in the last episode, they were so comfortable sitting on that stoop together
Mhm.
talking. It Men don't act like that. Men aren't that close like that. And I
Called it
knew
too.
immediately. I called it.
I'm
I
gonna
was
tell y'all.
on
I
this whole
called
time.
it.
I said they had a relationship in prison.
I called it when he walked out the damn jailhouse. I
Yeah,
said
and he
I'm like,
hugged him. He was like,
I can go back on Lamont's channel. I said it. I said two things. I said either he's worried because Teak is a hothead and he's worried about him messing up what he got going on career wise, which is kind of true too. Or secondly, they had a relationship, and it really
and
turns
he
out
was very sensitive about when the dude say she's not his type. You remember Pico?
that was
Pico
a
said that before that fight or whatever. And he was very sensitive, and I was like, "Oh, why is he taking that for him like that?"
right.
Yes, I was impressed because that's what I always say about Insecure. All them sex scenes they had, they never showcase sex. What's the Shy? They never showcase safe sex. I love that they actually showcase the safe sex. Like kudos. I think they did it very well, very tasteful, and just get used to it, okay? Because we're moving in that direction. So look, that's all I got to
That that we are. That,
say.
and again, I don't even know, because it's very multi-layered. Like I'm glad that the LGBTQ community is finally being recognized and being able to have some representation on TV and film. Like, I can't imagine what it must have been like for all these years to only see heterosexual couples together and not see yourself represented on screen. So I definitely understand
Yeah.
the impact that has. You know what I
I was
mean?
actually watching this guy, and when he was talking about it, he actually like was wiping tears from his eyes. So it's
Yeah. So, listen.
it means a lot. The same thing. Like, you remember when we all was crying when Obama became president? You know what
Oh,
I'm saying? It's just like seeing yourself doing something that you never thought you would see on TV. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
yeah.
yeah, it's a fast forward. Fast forward. That's fine if you're not comfortable with the sex scenes, but give up on the whole show and don't talk about the show because of that. Like,
Yeah, that's a little.
I
Yeah,
don't agree with that, but
I agree because I like, yeah, because okay, Power is a great example of like a TV show that I feel like does too much sex scenes. I literally feel like Power, even the spin-offs now.
I feel like they don't do it like that no
What?
more.
Girl, no. Nope.
James said he couldn't do the sex scenes. I feel like they don't be having sex scenes at all.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Go back and
Maybe
go back and
there's
watch
just sex
season.
scenes that I don't want to see. I'm not interested in, so I act like they don't exist, but
What I'm saying is, even the spin-offs, if you go back to season 1 of Tariq's spin-off, all the spin-offs, maybe not so much. I'm not going to include Kanan in that one, the Kanan spin-off, but the other spin-offs, I was feeling, even season 1 of the Tariq spin-off, I was like, damn, y'all trying to meet a quota on how many sex scenes y'all have per episode. It just felt forced. I was like, oh my god, another sex scene, like, I remember feeling that way, not just the original Power, but the spin-offs too. Go back and
no,
if y'all ever go back and binge watch, y'all gonna be like, "Yep, Mo, you right." I remember season 1 and season 2. I was just like, "God damn!" Now they may have let up the last couple episodes of season 2, but I remember feeling like, "Oh my god, y'all have to force a sex. Y'all just have to force. It just
maybe I don't even notice them
always
like
have to
that.
force
Maybe
it."
because you
We
cringe at sex
watched
scenes.
Sax had sex 3 times. Three sex scenes and see, like, it's just OD. And it's not just once. It'd be different. Look, there's 10 episodes. It'd be so different if there was like 3 sex scenes, whatever, or throughout the 10 episodes. I'll give you 4 sex scenes throughout the 10, but they be having almost a sex scene and sometimes even 2 every damn episode. Like yes, I promise you.
I'm not gonna fight you on it. Like I said, I don't cringe at sex scenes the way you do. So,
But it's not even that.
I feel like they're less.
Their comment, if you read their comment, wait, no, not that one. It just feels like Hollywood is pushing sex. It'd be a lot of sex scenes on certain shows. Like certain shows just have a lot, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, and especially those cable channels.
I'd be like, do we have to have it? And then on Stars, they make the shit look real. So when we're seeing Zeke and Carrie, I mean, Zeke and Carrie had 3. Like, come on, there have been so many sex scenes on the spinoffs, and I thought they were gonna ease up because the kids were younger. Nope. So I'm just like, damn, y'all, it's just kind of.
I feel like they don't go too deep. Like,
it's not.
We know that Tariq had sex with the 2 girls, the 3 girls, but we didn't see it.
Not him. That might have been in his contract, but I'm saying other people.
Yeah, I know. Panty draws Carrie and
Panty draws Carrie. We seen her and Zeke do it. Zeke and another girl do it. We done seen Sax about 3 different times. Who else had a sex scene? Someone else. But anyway, child, I feel like sometimes
she got them listed. Like, no, it doesn't bother me like that. So I mean, I guess that's probably why I don't
Yeah, I just don't. Okay. So I felt like with the original
It's
Power,
a natural part of life, and so I
I
just
know.
don't
But
pay
let me
attention to it.
why
I don't.
it's different for me. Why it's different for me. If I compare the original Power, I was, even though sometimes I was like, damn, this is a raunchy sex scene, it felt more natural to me on the original Power.
Yeah, it feels like they're forcing it
That's
for
what I'm
the
saying. The
spin-offs.
spin-offs feel forced with the sex
Yeah,
scenes, and they
yeah,
feel like they got to meet a quota. Like, okay, we're gonna do three per. Like, that's what I'm saying.
absolutely,
The
absolutely.
original Power, even if it wasn't Ghost, Tommy's sex scenes, it just felt more on par and natural. Okay,
Mm-hmm,
he was in love with Holly. We get it.
mm-hmm.
James and Angela, they were. It just was a different.
Yeah,
Even though
it
for some
definitely
people,
feels forced,
it
and
this
it's the
time on the
spin-off.
spin-offs, it just feels so forced.
Right.
That's kind of the main difference for me. I feel like it feels forced. They didn't have to put
Coffee said that's because they didn't want to write anymore.
girl right. We can talk about Power all. Listen,
Hey Zia.
yes, Greta. I felt that way about Power as well. Way too many sex scenes for no. Yeah, it just
Yeah, and
like
his wife had to put her foot down and say, "We can't be doing all these sex scenes. It's too much. It's
throwing
too
up
much."
sex scene, boom, sex scene, boom, like boom. That's what I felt like. It was like, okay, y'all, like, are you trying? Like, what's
I actually started rewatching Power, the original book one, again from season
amazing
one last night, and I was just like, "Oh my
to
god!"
do all the time?
Like
Yep.
I love it from the beginning.
Power, I feel so bad because I feel like now that we talk about Power on P Valley, oh well,
I
y'all
know, right?
here for the ride.
Let's
Y'all here for the ride. Y'all here for the ride, honey. We still having good commentary. But I feel bad for the franchise, the original Power, because I feel like now, how do I say this? It's just getting lumped into all the extra spin-off stuff that people are quickly forgetting how good the show was. Those first, I will say this to the day I die.
It
The
did not
first
get enough love.
the first 4 seasons of Power is some of the best television ever. Some
Yeah,
of the best writing on a
it was
series
good. It
ever.
was good. It was
Now, what
good.
the F happened after season 4, I don't damn know. But the first 4 seasons of Power, undeniable. The talent, the
Yeah,
acting, the writing, the storyline, everything, the suspense, the violence, the love,
it
everything,
was good. It was
everything.
good.
It was everything. And I hate that it's because I remember like what I think 2 years ago they started to compare it to Snowfall. And I'm just like, it's two
It
different
doesn't
shows.
compare.
I love
It does.
I go up for Snowfall, y'all. I go up for Snowfall because it's two different shows. To me, Snowfall tries to deliver, in my opinion, a more grittier and
Gritty.
realistic, because it's actually based on real life events.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like it's a different feel. Power started off as like, oh, this hot shot, James St. Patrick, nightclub owner. Whoa.
Yeah, it was
You
like
got
real
you got the
fantasy.
glitz and the glam, but then underneath the glitz and the glam, you're like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So it's a different feel, but both shows are amazing. So I be feeling bad that Power doesn't, like the original Power doesn't get, it's starting
Yeah,
to
yeah, they definitely deserve more love because those first four seasons was
Ooh,
fantastic,
fantastic. I mean,
fantastic.
never adult episode. Like never. Like we
Right.
rarely got adult episode. I remember even the episode when was it season 2 or 3 when Angie and Ghost went to Miami and we was like, okay, what the hell is about to be? This them effing all day and night. They got
No
some in,
pink
but
sneakers,
they like it's
meaning
there was
drink.
always something. There was always something going on. There was always multiple problems. This was going through this. So anyway,
That's what I like about P Valley. P Valley, like I said, P Valley is all over the place, but I think they do a good job with keeping everybody
yeah,
afloat. And even though we didn't see um what's her name, Bridget Gidget,
mm-hmm.
for the first 3 episodes, when they bored her, it felt natural. Like you don't have to like force people in
Yeah,
episodes. Like they be like, "Well, where's Two Bit? Where's this person?" I'm like,
yeah.
they chilling. Like, the story is not about them or whatever. So
that's the one thing about the Power fans that would get on my nerves, but that's a whole nother.
this 2-bit thing, I'd be like, what the hell?
What
What
the
is y'all
hell?
fascination with him? I do not like him at all. Like, I don't get it.
I think the fans on Power, like, were sometimes some of the most annoying fans for a TV show. Because I felt like some of the theories and the stuff they would say, I'd be like, that don't even make no damn, like,
Right.
I was like, you're not thinking when you said what you said, because the dots are not, like, I don't know. But anyways, y'all, I could talk about Power all day and night. So let's talk about some more P Valley, shall we?
Okay, yes.
Let me look at my notes and just see what I want to like point out. Okay, we gotta talk about this shit. Baby. Another hot scene of the night, honey. Where is it? Put it in your mouth. Hey. Put it in your mouth. Hey. She had it in her mouth. Hey. She had it in her mouth. Baby, Andre's wife got caught cheating. Her ass had another man's dick in her mouth. And baby, I don't know about y'all, but when that heifer said, Andre, your mask?
Where's your mask?
Fell out the damn chair and yelled at the TV like, bitch, you cannot be serious. Talking about some Andre, your mask. Bitch, you just
I know. That scene, that whole sequence was so off and crazy for me because I felt like they was mad at the wrong things. Like she talking about where your mask at. The next thing you know, he talked about he running from man and I to a job. I was like, y'all are mad at the wrong shit. What are y'all talking about?
I would have been like, F all of that. And I said this earlier on Lamont's channel. I was like, okay. That scene for me, I basically was saying like, it's really weird for a man to catch his wife cheating in that moment and have a whole conversation about X, Y, and Z. It would have been, bitch, fuck you, get your
shit. It was crazy.
Or he would have just stormed out the house and make something. Like I really wanted Andre to walk the F out on her. And then later,
so weird.
He could have had it where he came back home, packed his bags, and then said, "You know what? To think that I was going to come here and ask for your proposal, I would have preferred that." But all that talking and
it was so weird. It was so weird. I was like, "Wait a minute, who wrote that?" Because I was saying that the writers was writing, but that scene was so awkward. I was like, "Are we doing that?" Like it felt. It felt very
all in the mouth. All in the mouth. All in the mouth. Andre, your mask. And he's a doctor. He understands. No, don't get me wrong. I don't co-sign her cheating. I understood. I felt her in the moment when she said he understands what I go through, because we saw Andre's ass was not supportive at all. Imagine y'all heard the stories about the nurses and doctors, what they went through the first few months of COVID. Y'all know what they went through. We've seen it on the news. And most of us know somebody that is in the medical field as far as being a nurse, doctor, whatever. Those on the front lines. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine being on the front lines of COVID, them first couple months, them first few months? People dying left and right. There wasn't enough beds in the hospital. They had to kick people out the hospital. That losing 15 people in 1 day, that severity. Can you imagine that? And coming home to someone who is just not there.
Not there. Playing video games. All you got to do is provide her with some almond milk. She ain't got her milk.
Your ass ain't go to the store because you playing video games all mother effing day. I'm not condoning her cheating. Because I feel like, men like...
I felt like he did enough in season 1.
And thank you for saying that. Thank you for reminding me. I want to make it clear on my channel too, boo-boo. Andre cheated first. Now, I am not co-signing what she did, but I want to just call a spade a spade.
Right.
He technically cheated first. Phone sex with Haley / Autumn. dry humping her in the strip club.
Mm-hmm.
Damn near this close,
Exactly.
was about to buck her. Remember, they was about to buck.
Yes.
He didn't have no condom. Then he went down. The guy was like, nope.
Go get it. He was getting the intent.
Her. I forgot to say this the other night. Thank you, memory. I forgot to say it the other night, but I'm saying it now. He cheated first. Because had he had a condom,
on and popping,
it would have been all of that. All of that would have went down between he and Haley. Okay, let's be clear.
Mm-hmm.
So now she just crossed the ultimate line and actually put a D in her mouth, but he cheated first.
I agree.
Nonetheless, their shit's jacked up.
But it was just weird the way that whole thing played out. I was like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all talking about all the wrong things.
All the wrong things. Then he tells her that he's going to run for mayor of Chucalissa. And she laughed in that man's face. She was like, nigga, my dad offered you a job and you want to go run for a mayor in Chucalissa? Talk about this shit. You're not going to win. I mean,
now, mind you, Mississippi is not in the same state as Atlanta. So you're running for mayor in a whole nother place. Like, what exactly do you think this means for your household?
Yeah, I don't.
Like, I'm really confused. So it was weird. That was one of the scenes that I didn't really care for. I didn't care like how it felt like they villainized the woman. Like I felt like they just wanted Andre and Autumn to get together, and they tried to figure out a way to do that, and they villainized the woman and had him walking in on her, giving a blowjob to somebody else. Although he had already did all that other stuff, I felt like they was just trying to make her a villain and just give him a reason. Oh well, no, absolutely not. First season, I was still here. We saw you, Andre. We saw you.
He was about to bust. Sorry.
Right.
And I just talking to you right now, I just remembered the scene where he went to go try to get a condom. Like I forgot that scene happened. It just came to me right now. I'm like, oh my gosh, like you were about to stick it in somebody else. Mm-hmm. And so, and I agree with you guys. Like I hate that they made the wife cheat. I was just like, oh,
but they always
that. I guess they wrote it to what? To be devil's advocate, maybe they wrote it to show us that both parties checked out the marriage first, not first, but both parties did. I don't know. That's my only thing because they definitely trying to build.
Villainize her. That's what Zia. Yeah, Zia. You felt the same way. I felt like
I feel like that's what they're doing, but me just trying to be devil's advocate. I was trying to think of another.
Me again because I'm always talking about that colorism thing.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that has Autumn over here, and they being goody two shoes, and they not really doing nothing, and she's light skinned, and then we got, her, even though she is a doctor, she's accomplished, she has all these things for herself. Her husband was neglecting her. And he was already cheating. So I was just like, what? Like, I don't know. Like I said, I just felt like
I don't know about the colorism thing. I don't think that's really it. I think it's more. I mean, shit. It's a lot of stuff. But they did try to pull on certain strings when he went back to Chucalissa, and he and Autumn were talking. And when he told her, she was like, oh, I think that's a great idea. You see, they're trying to pull that one believes in me, one doesn't believe in me. I feel like, I don't feel the colorism thing in this.
But that plays into it. That plays into it. Like almost the same thing about Angie and Tasha. Tasha was trying to keep him in a street life. Angie was trying to get him to go into the. So it's a stereotype where they're playing into that, and so maybe it feels like colorism to me because to me it feels nuanced and layered, they always try to make the light-skinned girl do
I'm
better
not
than
gonna,
the
I'm
dark-skinned
not
girl.
gonna say the writing is colorism. That's more of a Hollywood thing. So
Yeah.
I don't feel like, I just don't feel that might be how we're receiving it, but I don't think that they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna make Haley the nice, pretty, light skinned one, and she's gonna be amazing because she effed up too. So I feel like,
But
I really feel like, for me, I can only speak for me. For me, what I'm gathering, it just feels more of a situation where two people are growing apart, and they've been growing apart, and we've been seeing it since last season. So I just feel like it's one of those things.
the only reason why I say it's colorism is because I think Mercedes kept trying to make sure that fact was known. She kept on saying her light skinned ass don't gotta do nothing but sit up there and do, like, I feel like it's intentional because they've already
But
wrote it
to
into.
me, that's a general talking point within Black community. So we we're gonna, like, how do I say that? We as Black people, we talk like that to each other anyway. So I just still feel like that was them. That was them being like, yeah, we know the deal. Like that was them acknowledging the stereotype that we have in our own community about lighter skinned people. You know what I'm saying? That's how I took it. I feel like it was like a, we know, you
Okay.
know what I mean? Like, because that is how people talk. That is how people talk. Oh, her
Zia
yellow ass.
said that
Even
she
Big L said it at one point. Oh, your yellow ass think you, but like that's just how, and that is toxic.
and that's what it is. That's what
It's,
it is in the writer's room. When you say that's Hollywood, that is Hollywood. That's what it is. And that's what they're writing to. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, well, yeah, like I was saying, like, yeah, I guess we've been saying the same thing as far as like the bigger picture in Hollywood, but it's like, I don't know. I don't want to. I
I
don't want
think if you're taking a stance against it, then you should clearly take a stance against it. If you're not, then you're writing into what Hollywood, the stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah. Hey, Moochie.
This message, but hey, yeah, girl, if you, it's not too late to join, honey. If you're still up for it, going out there, boo. Um, so that was a good conversation. That was great conversation.
Did we get halfway through the episode? Because I don't feel like it. I mean, I feel like we touched on a lot of things, but
all over the place.
right.
I talk about damn power and shit. Like, ooh, oh my gosh, we are a mess, but I don't care. Y'all love it.
Where we at
We'll
now?
have a good conversation. 1 second.
So we're after
1
the
second.
whole.
I'm about to bring it.
After that.
Yeah, one moment.
Oh my God, that still feel like the beginning of the episode.
That scene was, but remember, we skipped. We didn't just go with. Remember, we skipped around.
Right.
So if we were still going in order, then yes, that would, it would be like, oh my God, girl, we didn't do nothing.
Yeah, we skipped
But
around.
we skipped around, and I don't plan on.
We about to figure out where we at.
Yeah, yeah.
She's looking at her notes now.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So we talk about Mercedes and Farrah smashing and stuff? I remember we talked about like what we think will go wrong with that.
Yeah, we talked about my theory or whatever, but no, let's talk about it.
I'm laughing because
I don't want to talk about the theory, but I just want to talk about, I felt like she was very comfortable with what she was doing.
That's why I'm like, girl, are you a lesbian hiding in the closet, or is it like you do this like once every few years? Like, what's your tweak? You are not giving me, oh, this is my first time. You are not giving me that, honey. You are definitely giving me, you bout it.
Listen, all I know is that I came over here to do coach, but I'm over here doing you, so I'm gonna need double the pay. So we're gonna need to renegotiate the contract. That's all I know.
Woo, baby.
You want to keep calling me a stripper and a sex worker, bitch? Okay, well, I'm going to be a sex worker. You gonna pay me, and we need to renegotiate the contract. Hello,
But Mercedes likes it
10,000
too.
for Coach, 10,000 for you. Hello.
Listen.
Yes. Listen. If they gonna keep on disrespecting you, why not? Like, what are you trying to be the bigger person? Oh, well, I'm trying to have some integrity about yourself, bitch. You a sex worker. Work for your sex and get paid for your sex.
I mean,
We're
this
not
is
giving
going up
out no
for
freebies out here.
Wow. She left the cash on the table, right?
Gee, and I would have happily.
Now, I had a question. I wrote something down my notes.
I just want to know, was it additional or was this the 10,000 that was, yeah, no.
And let me ask y'all a question. I have my opinion, but I want to hear y'all's. Was Farrah wrong for leaving the money on the table? Or was Mercedes wrong for getting in her feelings about it? Bloop, bloop. That bloop. What Nene say? Bloop.
That part. Girl, hello? What are you talking about? Like, girl, no. We ain't giving no freebies out here. If you a sex worker, then be a sex worker. I'm gonna need you to double down in that shit. I don't know what she is. I mean, but I feel like so, but you know what? It's kind of a contradiction. Like I feel like she knows how to act in the club. She knows how to get the money in the club and do all those things. You remember how she was like, what's the girl Autumn name? Autumn. She was like psyching her out her money. Lil Murder said he had 4 stacks. She said to Autumn, you only gonna get one, and she was gonna cuff the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like she understood what it was in the club, but maybe in the bedroom and actually doing like sex type work where there is no club involved, maybe she feels a way. But girl, just get into your club bag.
Right? Have that same confidence you be having when you finesse the niggas in the club.
Yeah, the same exact.
But I mean, I get it. She is a chick with some integrity. So I mean, this is also new for her. She obviously got integrity because she turned it out. She turned it down last season. She only took it this season because she was desperate. He been offered her this deal, and she turned it down. So that tells me that she does have more integrity than a lot of the chicks do, because Roulette's ass, we know would have gladly took it. What integrity?
I mean, that's what it is. I mean, it is what it is. What you integrity? Know what I'm saying?
Like, so yeah, I mean, I get Mercedes' initial like, ooh, like
yeah, it's a shock, and I think she never thought that she would be that girl. And you remember Miss Ernestine was like, what she say? She said, you in the strip club, and then next thing you know, you in the brothel. She said that in her dialogue. That's not the exact wording, but that's basically what she was saying. And Mercedes was on the phone. And so I think it spoke to her and her situation, like, you know.
Looking at the pig is not allowed. You all right, girl? Right? It show ain't. It show ain't allowed. We shall see.
Right. Mercedes wanted to meet her. Okay, so listen.
I mean, listen, y'all. She didn't know this shit was gonna go down like this. I'm sure
all I know. Get paid for your services, boo.
Pay me for my works.
Right. It's better for fucking for free. Like, who does that? Like, girl, no.
Yeah. Who is on here? What spam?
Uh-oh. Girl, you made it, girl. You made it. You got the
spammers. We got some scammers in here. Click these delete Tinder. We have sex cheaper. Get your ass where from.
Sisters, yes. They are all the new girls are breaking all the rules. I think Uncle Clifford need to sit down and tell everybody the rules, because obviously something got lost in the translation. In the translation,
Right. They breaking all the rules. Like,
all the rules.
I was really taken aback how chill he was when the girl was like, "Oh, roulette," you know, basically outed her for what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
He overheard it, so I'm like,
Yeah,
"What you gonna do about it, boo?" I
right.
mean,
And
so
grandmother said, "Good hoes don't tell." I was like, "What?
unless he gonna address her next,
What rule is that?"
like, I don't. I was like, damn, that's a big rule, because I really thought he would be more stern with that, because if they get caught, that's prostitution.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really taken aback that he was a little bit lackadaisical when it came to it, versus like, that better not be going on my like. I
Right,
didn't. I don't
right,
remember
right.
him saying anything like that. His demeanor should have damn sure. I mean, he almost broke his neck because she showed her titties.
I
Imagine.
agree.
I
I
mean,
agree.
hello, that's illegal.
I agree.
So that kind of threw
The
me.
only reason why I think that he did that is because maybe he feel like she didn't do it. Like, I feel like he believe in these strippers. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really wants to help and
Mm,
believe in these strippers and do for them, like, even at the detriment of his grandmother.
damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
this person is got your club shut down. You still letting her in the club. She's still eating. She's still sitting around your grand. So I think
Mhm.
Uncle Clifford is going to get a rude awakening with grandmother passing away from Toy having the Rona.
Girl, you over here predicting it. Okay. Y'all remember who said it first?
I'm for real.
If Nita's right, make sure y'all give her some
No,
props.
that was Miss K. Like, I saw it too,
Yes,
but she
she
actually
did.
did a video about it.
She
But
did. Yeah, you're right.
I definitely
Both
saw
of y'all.
it, agreed with it, and I actually put it in my video before. I think not before she dropped the theory video before I even got mine out.
Okay.
But I saw it though. I
Yeah.
did see it.
And you share the same thoughts, so
Yeah.
you will get credit as well. Right. Oh, okay. So let's.
I'm not as confident in the Big Bone and Diamond. I'm
Okay.
not as confident in that because I still haven't seen. I just saw her peeping him out. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody was peeping him out. But the fact that she got him and she just came out of nowhere. These new girls, they you got to keep your good eye on these new girls because
Mm-hmm.
they are full of trouble. So, I just kind of put that on her because the new girls is just we got Whisper. She's like a conduit and a spirit person and all this other stuff, and she can read spirits and all this stuff. We got Roulette. She just reckless as hell. And then we
Hey,
got Big Bone, and I feel like she got a bad trait too. And I feel like she just honing in on Diamond. And
let's look
she's
at this comment. Look at Greta's comment. Woo!
that's true. That's what I'm saying. I feel like she's
Interesting. That
there
was
on the part of Montavious. I don't know if it's a cop. I ain't seen no cops built like that. However, come.
it could have been. She could be. Remember, there was an open call for strippers. She pops up. She's bringing up. Oh, the girls are talking about you. Listen, this is just a theory. Now they could just be a cute little sexy couple about to smash and da da da, and help him get over what happened with Keyshawn. But it also could be
I
some
think
shit.
she's working with his old crew. Like,
Yeah, Montavious' old crew.
he was like, it felt like he was a pimp. He got the pimp hat on.
I think it was like a gang or something.
Yeah, something. And I feel like she's one of those people. That's what I feel like.
That's a good theory. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. It definitely could happen. So speaking about Diamond, I wanted to point this out.
Mm-hmm.
So we see that Diamond was in the Paradise Room, right? Helping them get the club together, whatever, for the inspection. And so he has another weird moment where he freaks out and hears noises and thinks he's seeing something. And this is now the third time it's happened. It's happened with him. It happened with Haley Autumn, Haley/Autumn, whatever her name is, this week. And who else was it? Yeah, Big L and Clifford. So like, do y'all have any predictions on that situation? You know, how this may come back up later in the season. Whether it is the supernatural thing or if it's as simple as someone from Montavious' group is coming. Like, is that their way of telling us this shit ain't over? It's about to come back and, you know, I mean,
Yeah. I,
do
I, I,
something.
I'm wondering about that. I keep trying to figure out if it's more supernatural or it's their guilty conscience. I feel like it's their guilty conscience, but the only reason why I don't feel like that is because now all of a sudden Diamond is doing root work and he's connected spiritually and he can do all these things. And then we also have Whisper, and she actually sees him and hears him. So I feel like we're going more supernatural, but I don't know how it's going to pan out. But I feel like it's their guilty conscience.
Boom. Thank you, Kira. That sheriff is gonna look at their.
Yeah, definitely. I
I'm
could tell. I could tell from the first episode when the sheriff asked
Yep. Keyshawn about it.
Mississippi, yes, about her. Yeah.
Yep. I to me, they've already touched on the supernatural stuff enough. So I don't think they're gonna drag it. To me, I think we're gonna see before the end of the season someone from the
Keyshawn
past.
is coming down. She might be coming down.
Huh? Keyshawn.
Not Keyshawn. Autumn.
Autumn.
She might be coming down, like
Something's
her
gonna
real
happen.
identity, her real.
Something's gonna happen. Whether the police investigate Autumn or if someone from Montavious' crew comes back. I promise y'all, something, they're not done with that yet. They're not gonna get off scotch free. Like something's coming with that. I feel like
They're distracting us with all
it's
this other
they're
stuff.
distracting us with other stuff. But I promise you, that pot is brewing.
Right.
I promise you, it's definitely brewing. I'm a little nervous about what's gonna happen. So let's talk about Roulette getting emotional at the news coverage. Basically, there was like a shooting in Chucalissa, and a man was shot and killed by the police, which this to me mirrors and reflects what happens in real life, in reality. Now, I know there was some confusion. I'm almost positive now that they were not depicting George Floyd. They were depicting someone else, just a local citizen
Really?
in Chucalissa. No, yeah, it was not. It was
I
not.
thought
Because I
it
remember when I watched it again, the clip, now I'm gonna I should have wrote it down, but there was something they said specifically that let me know it was about a man in Chucalissa. Like it wasn't George Floyd. They did it to maybe mirror George Floyd's situation, but it wasn't actually him.
okay.
From what I gathered when I went back and watched it again.
Okay.
But yeah, what do you think about that? How she reacted and her telling, what's his name? I be calling him White Boy. Duffy? Duffy? Something.
Yeah, his name Duffy.
Her, we're getting to see her background now because
I didn't even mention it in my review. It felt like a nothing burger, but because they named the episode after her brother, in hindsight, when I thought about it, I was like, well, maybe this is something, but I felt like they didn't give us enough. Like, I mean, okay, yeah, her brother got killed. I'm like, okay. I feel like us as a society, we are kind of desensitized to this because I mean it happens all the time.
I felt something. I felt like, I mean, I just
They gave her layers to me They gave her layers.
That's what
They
I'm saying.
gave,
I took
yeah,
it as
but
face
that's
value.
all.
I took it as face value. They're expanding on the character. We're getting to know a little bit more about her, not just her sucking dick in the back of the parking lot. We're getting to know some depth about her and maybe why she is the way she is. And so, I
Yeah,
mean,
they didn't give me much to expand on, but
yeah. And I don't
I
know.
mean, I don't understand how her brother getting killed by the police
Was
got
triggered.
you sucking
Yeah.
dick, and it doesn't correlate. But I mean,
It doesn't correlate, but I guess listen.
it's the same thing. So listen, so you remember R. Kelly? He got sentenced to 30 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said that he is blaming his hypersexuality and the bad behavior that he's doing on his sister who molested or N-word or something. I don't think he mom, but she did some things to him. I feel like
Oh, okay. His sister? I thought
you
somebody else did to him.
cannot,
Hmm.
and you can at a certain point kind of pinpoint something, a trauma that happened to you, but in your adult life, you can't keep getting this, that, and that, and people pointing out your bad behavior and you not change it. So for me, it just felt like I don't know. I understand you trying to identify what's making you act like that, your childhood trauma or whatever, but it's your responsibility to try to handle and get a
Yeah.
grip with that or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I guess R. Kelly and her is not the same thing because R. Kelly has had situation after situation after situation where you can kind of like, okay, that's not the right thing to do. Let's not do that or whatever. And maybe Roulette hasn't had that chance to do it. I don't
And
know.
maybe it's not a correlation with her behavior. They just could be simply saying, "Hey, this is this girl's backstory. This is her story. This is what she went through." The same way Mercedes had a
Right.
backstory. We
You
found
can't.
out she got pregnant as a teen. It just could be just that's part of her story. That's her truth.
Yeah.
That's her story. And we're just showing y'all because she's a new character on our show.
Yeah,
Like it
and Miss
could
Kira
be
said
a
that
simple,
you cannot keep playing the blame game when you get older.
oh yeah,
It's
no.
it's really your responsibility to try to fix
Yeah.
yourself to be. But sometimes people they have a cognitive dissonance and they don't want to fix nothing. They want to be able to blame things because they take the blame off themselves. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah.
Good point. So let's see. I will just say, as far as the scene with Diamond and I don't know the character's name, but Miracle Watts. What's her name? What's her name?
Big Bone.
Big Bone. Yeah, that she
Big
is.
Bone.
Big Bone, aka Miracle Watts. I thought it was super cute how, like, this is how they started dating in real life. I guess they met on the set of P Valley. They were shooting scenes together. They had some type of chemistry, and now they're together in real life and expecting a baby on the way. So
Yeah.
they move fast, honey. I guess
What I will say about
on
that particular scene is I don't feel like she did the best acting. It felt very rehearsed. It felt very amateurish. So I don't know. I don't know if it was the lines or and it was definitely the delivery, but it could have been the lines too. But
I agree, but I will say, to me, there was parts where I was like, "Ooh, I like how she did that." Like, then there was another. Then she'd say something else, and I'd be like,
like when she lit the cigarette at the exact same time as he lit it, like I thought that was dope. It was like, and he was looking over like, okay, because he was lighting his cigarette and she lit it too. And he was like, okay, I thought that was dope. When she started talking, that's what you.
Yeah, like I said, there were some things that she said. I was like, "Ooh, that was cool," and then she'd say another line. I'd be like, I don't like the way that hit." Like,
yeah, no, she's definitely an amateur.
I wouldn't say it.
I thought she did good up until this point. but I don't know if there was some nervousness going on or like there was some attraction. And
Y'all sure it's not the dialogue and not so much her?
the dialogue was cringy too. That's what I'm saying. I was like, I definitely thought it was the delivery. I don't know. Like, I felt like she, even though
the delivery. I rate it, like, not rate it, but I give it, I just feel like, I don't know. I hear what y'all saying because, like I said, some lines she would say, I like how it. Huh?
I'm sorry, she did a good job. She did a good job up until that point. Like I believed everything that she did up until that point. Like I said, I felt like it was some nerves, or they was like feeling each other, or she was feeling him, and it was weird. Like I was like, I don't know. It was a little cringy, but whatever. We got to see.
There were moments that were cringy. I do agree.
Okay.
Shout out to them for finding love on set, right? So let's see.
Right.
Okay. So yeah,
I'm looking at all the comments. Everybody was like, yeah. Okay.
Everybody's kind of agreeing. Yeah. I don't know. I just felt like there was moments where I was like, "Ooh, that sounded sexy," and then she would say something else. I was like, "Oh, that line was kind of lame."
Oh no, she definitely gives sexy. Yeah, that's not the question. She definitely is.
No, not Lala.
No, not Lala.
Y'all are terrible. I'm not fooling with y'all tonight.
I don't know.
So the next thing we're gonna talk about, baby, is this little kickback that I call them the tour gang. The tour gang had back at their hotel suite because they found out that their show got canceled due to the city having a curfew. Now, my question, and I am confused, was this little tour, were they just going around different parts of Mississippi? So they were in the same state? Or did they leave the state? Because I'm like, if you're not in Chucalissa right now, how does the curfew also affect you?
Yeah, I think they might have been in the same state. I don't know if you looked at the picture where they were versus where the smoke was, it felt like they was a little ways away. So they might have just kind of been on the outskirts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they might have been just trying to do like
Alabama had a curfew. Damn, Alabama too? I mean,
yeah.
I guess.
Everybody was, girl, it was international in 2020.
Oh yeah, you're so right. You're right. You're right.
It was international. It was everybody was going crazy.
A lot of different states were protesting and doing stuff.
Even across the seas, even overseas, they were protesting.
That's true.
It was crazy because that's why I feel like they said something about kneeling on the neck. I still feel like they referenced George Floyd, but they didn't say his name. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But I have to,
and him being a big dude, like I just feel like they were trying to do parallels. I just don't know.
Yeah.
It could have been, but
cause shit, we even had a curfew. I'm in the DMV and we had a curfew as well. When all that protesting broke out and all that stuff. And we was like, okay, people protesting, but it's a pandemic. Like we was like kind of what is going on? So yeah, it was very catastrophic in that first beginning.
Thank you, Greta. Thank y'all. They did go to different states. They reminded me. Y'all right. Okay, so anyway, the tour gang. They're in the damn suite, the hotel, because their shit got canceled, right? So everybody's kind of chill, cool, positive vibes, except for Teak. And this is what I say about Teak. His feelings are definitely valid. His reaction and anger, not so much for me. But his feelings are definitely valid and understandable how he's feeling. He's tuned into the news. He's really being moved by what's happening on the news and the protests and just everything that's happening. He's definitely moved by it, while everybody else is just chilling and having fun. So Rome turns off the TV, I think, to make a toast or do something, and
He was like he was in prison.
TV. I don't care, y'all. Rome's reaction had me cracking. He was like, "Nigga, what? This is my guy. You asking me watch on TV in my room? Nigga, please." I was here for Rome's reaction. Now, all that Rome was giving me all lives matter in this episode, so I wasn't really fooling with him. But that one line, it was something about it that had me cracking up, because I was like, "Yeah, nigga, you can go to another room if you want to watch TV." Like that is his. So that's the one point I will give Rome. He did have me laugh in that moment. But Teak was just in his the actor, whoo, he can exhibit anger really well. Like, wow, he had a good acting coach, y'all. He had a good acting coach. Because he gets tense. I get scared. I'm like, oh shit, what he about to do? He a fucking loose cannon. So they go back and forth. Rome is saying, all types of stuff. Oh, what did that guy do to get shot? Oh, he's a big nigga. Oh, blaming the victim, who is now dead. You know what I mean? Which cops get very trigger happy when it comes to us, honey, and we don't get to live to tell the story. But then we die, and everybody gets to dictate what the fuck. I hate the cycle. I hate it. I hate it. So Rome was definitely giving me all lives matter this episode. So Teak, they go back and forth, they start a fight, and Teak breaks the damn table. Now Gidget's ass hopped up in the shit, and I just felt like, Gidget, it's one thing to talk shit on the sidelines, but for you to get up in that man's face and I wish you would, bitch. There are other men in the room. You just sit your ass to the side. Now, if it was only women, okay, stand up for yourself, because I'm gonna stand up for myself. Now, I'm not gonna get in a man's face, but I will stand up for myself. But there were other men, so I felt like she just should have shut the fuck up and just comforted Mississippi or Keyshawn, whatever, while she was having damn PTSD flashbacks and shit of Derek. Mm-hmm. What y'all think? I mean, what you think about that girl? That was a lot.
Not Keyshawn. Gidget was wrong. She was absolutely wrong to jump into the whole thing, and she escalated it for him. Even though he went off on the deep end, I felt like the other guys probably would have been like, chill.
His anger gets really intense.
Right, and I feel like they are used to it, and Gidget is not. She just came into the episode, and it doesn't affect her. She doesn't relate.
That's too much.
It's a mess.
Look at that comment.
Yes, but I just really think that she should have shut up. But she didn't. And I'm glad that Keyshawn sent her ass home, even though it cost almost $400 to send her home. I was like, yikes. $365 to send her home.
Why does she? I don't understand. How the hell she get there in the first place?
Right. Maybe she paid for her to get there.
I don't know. But y'all see how she sent that money, and 0.8 seconds later,
Derek hit her up.
Derek was like,
365, bitch, what?
I'm like, nigga, why you calling her? She the one making the money.
Exactly.
She the one putting food on the table and paying the bills right now. So you need to shut the fuck up and stop tracking her like you the damn police. I'm very worried about Keyshawn, right? You send the voicemail. I'm like, girl, you making him even more upset. Oh my god, I feel like yeah, next week we're gonna see him, and I'm just so scared that they're gonna show a scene where he actually strikes her because thus far we have never seen him hit her. She
Right.
only shows up with bruises.
Bruises.
I'm nervous. The clips I saw, the preview clips, I'm like, oh no, I think they may show him actually hitting her, and I'm definitely gonna fast forward because I do not like seeing that type of stuff. I hate
Right.
seeing violence in general, let alone domestic violence.
The only thing about you fast forwarding, how do you get the whole context of what's going on?
Because I heard what everybody said in that damn sex scene. Everybody broke it the fuck down.
No,
But
I feel like you gotta see it and interpret it with your own
no, but
eyes.
I can get past. I can put two and two together after he hit her. You know what I mean? Like I'll make sure I hear the dialogue, but I just don't like to see the striking. I don't want her to
Yeah,
get beat
yeah,
up.
I am like,
Oh, I don't want to see her get beat up, and she be having really bad bruises, dating back to season one. Terrible, like, so I hope they don't show her like beating her. You know, this is Stars, so this isn't like a regular network cable channel. I don't know how far they're gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like I'm nervous because they're taking everything this season a step up. So I don't know if it's gonna be like a one hit, a boom, or it's gonna be a real beating her. So I'm trying to brace myself for next week.
when
Um,
I when I looked at the trailer, the very last scene
see it.
kind of confused me because I didn't know what that scene represented. It didn't look like Keyshawn, but Keyshawn looked like she was going into this room, or
Yeah,
a girl was going into this room, and I was like, this doesn't look like how I've ever seen Keyshawn. So I don't
they showed a
like.
whole. They
It
showed
was
the
like
whole scene.
flowers all around. It was like I was like, oh my god, she is in trouble. Something's gonna happen to her.
I'm nervous. Like,
Yeah, I'm very
yeah,
nervous.
exactly. I don't like to see it, and that's my thing. I do feel like we become desensitized to stuff. Like I'd be like, yo, like don't get me wrong. If you can watch it, watch it. Like my older sister, she can watch. She can sit through anything. That's amazing. But that's not me. My reaction is to I don't want to see certain things. Like I cannot see certain,
Right. Protecting your peace. And
especially when they portray it in such a real when it looks so real. Like, child, I told y'all what's love got to do with it? It took me years to be able to look at Lawrence Fishburne the same and not think of him as Ike Turner. Like he scarred me in that role. The way he transformed to Ike Turner, and the scenes were violent. I
I
don't know if
get
those were violent,
I
very
get
violent, graphic scenes. So stuff like that. And again, I don't know. This is Stars. Like someone said, they showed a whole damn penis. Like Crystal said, they showed a whole penis, so they probably gonna show it. I'm gonna tell y'all when he gonna strike her. There was a voiceover for the preview of next week, and they were arguing back and forth, and she said something like, "Well, I'm the one taking care of you, or I'm the one taking care of the house." She said something, and when I heard it, I was like, "Oh, bitch, she gonna hit her after that line." I feel it. I feel it. I'm like, because off rip, men get sensitive about money and women.
but that's the
But
thing.
he's psychotic. He's psychotic. So if she even mentions, "Well, I'm taking care of you," or "I'm help," ooh, that might trigger his. Listen, I'm saying I don't. I won't be surprised. Y'all don't be
The
surprised.
the fact that the last scene was her walking into the baby's room with all them flowers around, I was like, oh my god, I hope he didn't hurt the baby. That's
Oh yeah, but I don't think
that,
he. I think they showed us like he's not like that with the babies. Thank
I
God.
know, I know. They
Well,
did show
so
him like, holding the baby up in the air and all that stuff. I feel like it's a diversion. I
the diversion for
I
what?
hope it's not. I hope it's not, but I feel like it is one of those diversions. And
Okay, that's true. The way it was filmed, because it did look kind of interesting,
absolutely,
a little
like
different.
I was gonna do like a trailer reaction, but
Yeah,
normally I just like post the video or whatever, just the preview, the promo for next episode. But I was gonna actually like kind of break down the scenes And I couldn't make out. And I was like, God, I hope this is not what I'm thinking it is. And that's why I didn't do it, because I was just like, I'm hoping that's not what it is. Like, at the end of the day, I was like,
All right, so picking up from the fight, y'all, we almost done. Just a couple more points to make. Teak storms off and goes to the bathroom. And in the bathtub, he's not taking a shower, but Lil Murda is in the bathtub, I guess, trying to, rap.
He's doing his verse for
oh, thank you. Okay, yeah, he's doing his verse for DJ Never Scared.
Never Scared.
Moochie, you still commenting? Ma'am, I sent you the link like 30 minutes ago, thinking, you wanted to hop on. 35 minutes ago.
She just watching.
Okay, all right. I'll give you a night off. You be working hard. Shout out to Moochie. But let's see. What was I talking about? Damn it. Oh yeah. Lil Murda and Teak, baby.
Oh, she said
at first. And she must not have saw my comment I made earlier. Moochie. Anyway. Child. So Lil Murda in the bathtub making his beats, rapping for what? DJ Never Scared, honey. And he took one little peek at Teak's and was reminded.
It's been a long time.
Woo, he said, been a long time. Shouldn't have left you without a dope beat step 2. I'm so lame. That shit was funny though. I don't care. Y'all saw that peek he gave. He was like, oh shit, I forgot how big it was. Oh, that's the way he was looking. He was like, oh shit, I got your ass had a big old thing. Like, oh child. So Teak leave the room. They go into the room together, and then Teak gives this great monologue, which I definitely felt, just feeling like black man in America is like, you damned if you do, damned if you don't. No matter what the hell you do, you're gonna be feeling like the world's against you. They're gonna treat you like an N-word, no matter if you grew up in a nice neighborhood, no matter if you are polite, it don't matter if you're book smart, it don't matter what president, it don't matter what you are. They're still gonna treat you a certain way because you're black. So I definitely felt that.
What I wanted to know, what is this? What does that mean? When Murda was doing that to Teak, I was like, what is that? Some sprinkle? What is that?
I might have fast forwarded already.
What's that? When he did it immediately after. Did you start fast forwarding when he kissed his forehead? Because if you did it when he kissed his forehead or something, maybe that's when that happened. But he kind of like kissed him, or he did something affectionate to him, and then he was like throwing his hands out. Like, I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, I want to know what it is, because listen, I'm about to start doing that. I don't know
what that means. I might, don't do that.
The sister said it was giving him good energy. I don't know what the fuck it was, but I was just like, I want to know what that was.
Oh, child.
Baby.
I want to see if Moochie can. If she said okay, coming a few minutes ago.
Did you send her the link?
I did 40 minutes ago. Okay. I should have just said it on here too, because when she messaged, I don't know if y'all saw my message. I was like, hey girl, definitely hop on if you're up for it. But I don't know.
Yeah, you did say that. Yeah, you did say that. But yeah, I was just wondering if you said, girl, because I remember one time, I went live. Moose was like, I didn't get the link. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't send her the link. So,
that is really funny.
That
is really.
And I was drinking.
You was drinking. You was
rubbed his head, telling him to relax. Yes, baby. When he came and he rubbed them temples, I was like,
I want a good temple.
Yes. Some of y'all men need to take notes.
I don't want Give me a forehead kiss and a temple rub.
Yes, baby. When I tell you that shit was so intimate.
Hey y'all.
Hey,
Look, I'm gonna go off camera because I'm not even
no, you look fine. No, girl, you look fine.
Yeah,
that
I
condom
my face or nothing.
yes.
So I was in the middle of doing stuff in here.
You good, girl.
You look good, girl. That condom move.
I look like Who Shot John.
You so big, girl. You so big.
I like Who Shot John.
That take technique. That condom move, taking the condom off his finger and putting it on.
I wish I had that clip because I was like, wait a minute. I don't think I've ever heard or seen that. I mean, I definitely never seen that.
I've heard of it, but I
heard of it.
And we didn't really see it though.
Anywho,
who wants to taste rubber though?
Wow. Shoot, somebody that don't want the monster, girl, you better recognize. You can't put everybody Peter in your mouth.
No, I'm saying you want to taste.
They got flavored ones.
Yeah, they do. Absolutely, Moochie.
You can't lick on everybody lollipop, girl.
No, you can't. No. I'm glad they use it. I'm saying
this thing called herpes, the monster.
No. I'm
with some bumps. I'm graphic. I have a son, so I'll tell him, look, you can't let everybody lick on that boy.
No, I'm saying
you might get something you can't get rid of.
Exactly.
I'm talking about the fact that he put it in his mouth. The fact that he put it in his mouth. They
should show the girls using dental dam. That's right. Who wrote that?
Wait, what?
Absolutely. It's killer. That's right. They didn't even show them taking precautions. With all those secretions going on down there.
Especially if they messing around with men.
With all those secretions. That's why I said secretions. I ain't want to be really vocal. Because you know where they
are messing with men.
They on their highway, the Hershey highway.
Oh, but I have to give credit. I forgot to say this the other night. I have to give credit, really, not just Scandal in How to Get Away with Murder, but Pose, the show, FX's Pose. That was on for 3 seasons. That's one of the best.
Me and Nita was reviewing that.
Oh my God.
Going live every week with that.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I knew y'all then. Baby, Pose. But 2 characters on Pose, Pray Tell and Ricky, had a very passionate lovemaking scene as 2 gay black men on television. So they were kind of more so. More recently, they were like the first ones to really push it.
Yeah. All right.
Pray Tell and who?
Ricky
got on my damn nerve.
Yeah, he did.
I felt like it was his fault that Pray Tell went faster. Yeah, because he gave him his man.
It was. Pray Tell was more vulnerable. He was an older black gentleman, and Ricky was young, so he could live with HIV.
He was young and he was going from men's to men's.
Right.
Ricky was a whore.
Yeah, he was going from men's to men's.
But sorry, y'all, I don't want to let's stop because we'll end up spoiling.
Right.
Y'all have not. Please watch Pose. And oh my God, an amazing show. Amazing story.
Yeah, Pose had me crying too, Greta.
You're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, you're gonna laugh some more, you're gonna cry some more. Pose made me like, here we are talking. This is the second show we talked about tonight.
It's all right.
I did 3rd, 4th.
We just did the last seasons because we did the last season, me and her.
Oh my gosh. Pose, how do I explain this? Even though I've always been in support of the LGBTQ community, Pose put it in a way for me. The way they told their stories was like, I've never seen anything like that before. And I'm a big fan of like, I don't know the right term, like history pieces. So I like things that are set in certain times in the past. Like I like that. My favorite era is the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. So I loved just hearing people's stories, learning things I didn't know before. Like, oh my, like, we've come a long way. The fact that
you know what, I was just thinking about that
HIV,
show today too.
HIV victims in the beginning, when they didn't know, they were not even properly being buried. Like the fact that they had their bodies in a coffin in the woods and the
yeah, like Potter's. That's Potter's Field in New York. That's what. That's where that actually is. Where they put the homeless people or unidentified, like people that they don't know. They put them in Potter's Field.
Y'all, Pose was everything. Again, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, you're gonna feel uplifted, you're gonna feel upset, you're gonna all types of emotions. But anyway, I might go ahead and rewatch that.
I felt like with Pose, it showed the whole community, the LGBT community, and it wasn't like it was forced on us like how they tried to do it Empire. Empire, I felt like it was trying to force feed us. Where I stopped watching that show, I was like, it was too much. I feel like they're trying to force it upon us. I feel like now they're still doing a little too much with certain shows. Like now it's on every show, but I don't have a problem with it. But the way they told their stories, I didn't see them as gay. I saw them as people in love and people with problems.
You have
more authentic.
You have to humanize people.
Exactly.
It humanized them more.
Yep.
And that's what is missing. And I think that's what they're trying to do.
Yep.
That's why it's a little bit more graphic. That's why it's a little bit more intimate.
Yeah.
Even though people don't want to see it. But like I said, Moochie, I say it's the same thing the way white people didn't want to see black people. They thought of us as animals and dogs that they could kill and torture and do whatever. It's the same exact thing. I mean, it is.
Yeah. Pose is like, oh, I could just rant and rave. And I'm not even a part of the community, and I feel this way. So imagine someone who is, how they were impacted by the show. So, if y'all have not watched it, please watch Pose. One of the best shows on TV. I cannot believe it got canceled after 3 seasons. I feel like it could have kept going.
It didn't get canceled. They just ended it.
Well, it ended, yeah. But I feel weird. I don't know. I feel like they could have kept going.
I feel like they could have kept going
because
too.
Of some controversy.
What did you say?
The controversy between the showrunner, the person they was messing around with people. I don't know. It was weird.
It was a lot of stuff that happened behind.
It was something behind the scenes, and the person who was the creative director, I can't remember.
I forget her name now, but yes, she was dating the actor that played Poppy.
Right, and
she was what? She was dating the actor who played who?
Poppy.
Ricky.
No, Poppy.
So what happened?
Not Ricky, Poppy.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that was with the model chick.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened, but it was because, and I hope this don't happen to P Valley, because of Big Bone and Diamond, they messing with each other, and then next thing you know,
oh no, girl, that's
they not, and then they gotta fuck the whole show.
Not for nothing, Game of Thrones. Brian was messing with what's the one?
That's not why the show ended, though.
No, it didn't end because of that. But you can see when they stopped, she didn't want to do scenes with him anymore. Ron was messing with Cersei.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember that.
And they said it ended really bad.
But I don't feel like it messed up the show.
No, so her name was Janet Mock. Janet Mock, she was a writer, director, and producer on the show.
Yeah, she was messing with Poppy, and it went bad.
I don't know if that was the issue, but I remember, I think at not the rap party, it was something they had, and everybody was there, cast, crew, everybody, and she had a complete meltdown on the stage and admitted that she cheated on him. It was like, I think she was having like a nervous breakdown. It was a lot that happened. And then I don't know if
She's
she and
complaining about the pay gap. Greta
yeah,
said that.
I don't know if she and Ryan Murphy butted heads or if it was above him and it was she and the network, but it was a lot. I don't know if that played a part in the show. It might have, but nonetheless, amazing show. 3 seasons.
Yeah, Greta said that she was complaining about the pay gap.
Yeah, that was part of it as well. No, I remember that being part of it. It was a lot of stuff that popped off near the end, so it was that definitely might have played a role. Because again, she was a writer, director, and producer for Pose. So, but anyway, back to P Valley, y'all. So, we kind of touched on it earlier. We did because I think we started with this just because it was such a hot topic. You know, a lot of people. This episode got a lot of attention online, some criticism, some people saying it was too much, some saying
it was kind of racy, but I mean,
it was definitely a very explicit and
I think it was just the condom part that
made it. Was more
the
condom part. It was the condom part. It was the bending over. It was the back. It was.
It's another show that was showing love scenes like that with men on HBO.
Really?
Yeah, when they were showing the whole when AIDS first came around, they was showing they love scenes. They were showing them going in the bathhouses and all of that. I can't think of the name. The guy that plays the Hulk was in it.
The Hulk. Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I would say, I also think that part of it is sex scenes on television.
Yeah, I showed a lot of sex scenes too. Men sex scenes. They showed men getting raped. I mean, the R word.
I think in general, over the last 6 years, we've seen 5 or 6 years, we've seen sex scenes on television have become more graphic in general on television. Like I keep saying, Scandal was kind of the first one for me, especially with gay
Scandals on regular network television.
How to get away?
We paying to see this. So
How to Get Away with Murder. I remember I was like, oh damn, they get. But now I see stars, and dang, you know, that's a whole.
Yeah, all you're not hearing is this,
right? Baby.
I gotta wait for the chat to catch up.
Not brutal. I will not be watching Oz then if it was brutal. I hate that word because if it's brutal, that means it's. Oof.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. I couldn't get into it. Like when I watched it, I was like,
yeah. I could barely get with Game of Thrones. I'm telling you, I don't know how the hell I pushed through that show.
Game of Thrones?
Yeah, Game of Thrones is so effing violent. I felt like
man, you just be like, oh shoot.
I feel like every other scene, somebody was getting damn slaughtered. I mean, it's a violent show, y'all. It's not like I'm making it up. It's based on the times that it came out. Punishment was like being beheaded.
Like you say, it's based on the times when it came out,
right?
And that's what I can compartmentalize. That's what it is.
But some of them scenes, I mean, like punishment was you being beheaded. So those were the times. But it was just like Game of Thrones got it popping now with the violence, baby. It was a lot.
They did.
The wedding, that shit. You know, there's different things. It's just different. Anyway, I'm squeamish when it comes to certain stuff. I still watch it, but I just, you know, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I totally feel you because a lot of stuff that I watch now, like I don't watch it in the same lens.
Yeah.
That I watched it earlier, and some people are still in the same lens. Like they like that shit. They think they promote it. They want. I'm like, I don't think that we should be promoting that because I feel like people in real life be doing that dumb shit, and that's where it comes a conflict with me. When people start idolizing that shit and they start trying to perpetuate it and all that.
Yeah, that's like nervous.
Like,
yeah,
you watch it for art and what it is, what it was back in them days, but I don't like it, and I don't like what it teaches people to be and strive to be. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Greta said, "Yeah, Game of Thrones was no joke." Yeah, baby. I mean,
It wasn't.
you don't see people getting slaughtered on. I mean, and I don't
It's
mean
bad.
it was a lot of. I mean, shit. I was like, damn. Every other scene.
What?
I watched it because it's fictional.
I like it, man. I don't know what you talking about,
fictional.
man.
Some people like the violence, but we can't lie like it's not a lot of violence. It's a lot.
I didn't say I didn't lie. I said I like watching it. When I see certain stuff, I'll be like, oh.
No, that's how my older sister is. She can watch. She can sit through anything. I'll be like, damn girl, did you blink? She can sit through anything, but I'm just different. Like I get squeamish, with certain stuff. And then with Game of Thrones, sometimes it'll catch you off guard. Certain
certain killings.
You be like, oh, it's entertaining, but you're still like, oh my god.
So when I was watching that, I'll be in one room and my brother will be in the living room, and he'll hear me, and then he'll be like, what happened? I'll be like, yo, come here, and then I'll show him, and then he'll be like, like
that's I'm really sorry. And let me just tell y'all go.
Spartacus was good too. And so was Rome. I don't know what Rome was slept on because that was out before Game of Thrones.
Really? Okay. Yes. Y'all gonna make fun of me. So I have not seen the entire Game of Thrones. I was late to the party. Okay.
We're not making fun of you.
This is y'all, the comments. Anyway, I make fun of myself. So before the final season, right? I was like, okay, I want to see it. I want to see it. So somebody on Twitter one day, this went like viral. Somebody on Twitter posted like, okay, here's a crash course to Game of Thrones. And if you want to catch up, watch these episodes from each season. So they would probably put like 3 or 4 episodes from each season. And like, these are the main episodes watched. And that's what I did. And that's how I caught up to the end. So now I have to go back. Besides season 1, I watched all of season 1. But besides that, I have to go back and now watch the entire season of all the other seasons. That's my little funny story.
I think the catch-ups are really good. Like if you watched it from do you know the particular people you watched it from?
What do you mean?
You say you watched the catch-up.
Like, yeah, so each season
I know what channel it was, because some channels do a good job with trying to let it go.
No, I watched the actual episodes.
Oh, I thought you said you watched the catch-up.
What I'm saying is someone on Twitter was like, here's a crash course to Game of Thrones. If you want
to
these are the prominent episodes.
You didn't watch it?
Watch. No, so season 1, I watched all of season 1, but season 2, I probably watched only 4 episodes out of season 2. The main
on season 3 now, right? We on season 3. Because Nita does it on Friday.
We're on season 3.
Friday at 10 o'clock, y'all.
Yeah.
Season 3, episode 2. That's what we're on. But
I have to go back. I don't remember the episode titles that I watched, but I just remember they were like, these are the most prominent, these are the most important episodes from each season. Make sure you watch these if you're trying to hurry up and catch up. So that's what I did. So now
you can do that.
But
I need to go back
during the quarantine.
Yeah, I want to go back and rewatch the whole thing.
I mean, that's fine. You can do that, but I think you can kind of watch, if you watch whatever they said to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can watch the episode that we're on, and you can kind of
pick it up. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like we're early enough that you can do that.
Okay. Well, like I said, we covered most of the sex scene and stuff earlier. We talked about it. Moochie, was there anything you wanted to add to it? Anything you saw on social media?
Yeah, Moochie, what you doing?
Oh, I did. In my video, my review, I did discuss, because remember I said I did some digging.
Mm-hmm.
Go check out my video. I got the answers for y'all about Little Murder.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got another tidbit in there, and it's on the video. Check it out, and it's all clues that everybody wanted to know. Like, is this him?
Okay, you mean as far as him having a possible stunt double in certain? Okay.
I had to pull back the curtain, y'all. Let y'all know what's good.
Listen,
Check
stunt
it out.
double or not, that man still listen. He did a lot. He did. Now I'm.
And when you see him, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Okay.
That's, like, they got a good like, they look like they twins.
So they probably used that stunt double season 1 when him and Cliff were getting on.
Oh, definitely.
That was. I mean, that was a little freaky deaky thing. So but yeah, he's a great actor. Shout out, man.
Not for nothing, Big T did good too, even though he's the angry black man. He got mental issues though. I think he was in solitary too long.
Way too long.
Where it kind of messed with his head.
Absolutely. He was in there for way too long. But I want to find out who that actor is. I'm probably gonna Google him. But yeah, he did a great job.
Who?
The man that played T. They both did. And Jay Alphonse, that plays Little Murder.
Yeah, Jay Alphonse, for real. Like, that is, I feel like it's not nothing for a black man to play an angry black man. I feel like that is, like, in there. But I really want to give a shout out to Jay Alphonse. Him being able to garner the
ridicule,
the
ridicule for the heterosexual men. He's heterosexual.
That takes talent and skill. The angry black man, that doesn't take skill. That's what they are. Usually,
not all of them. All of them.
It's never all. It's always some. And
but you said they, like,
it's mainly most. It's mainly most, but I feel like Jay Alphonse, he tapped into something different.
For sure, you have to dig deep for that, baby.
You have to.
Again, he's married in real life to a black woman.
He made sure to have his woman on that red carpet too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, baby.
And they did the interview. If y'all check it out.
Yes, Greta.
Yep, Michael K.
Williams broke the ceiling. Yes, he did.
Maybe because
yes, he did.
And
he did.
Whatchamacallit, The Wire, and that's another one. I'm trying to push. So I watched season 1 last year. Okay. I've been trying to get through season 2. Mind you, I'm only on episode 2.
Season 2 is rough.
Okay.
It's
hard.
It's rough, but you got it. It's you have to pay attention. There's details in there, and they all connect together like a puzzle with The Wire. They focus on everything. They focus on everything. So
yeah, I'm on episode 2 or 3 of season 2.
It's hard to get through it.
When does it start picking back up?
Season 3. It is.
Shit.
They got good parts in season 2 also, but everybody. I think everybody ridicules it because it was they didn't show the corner boys, but they showed how basically how the drugs is getting in and who's responsible.
It's very different. It's different.
It's really different than season 1.
When you watch season 1, season 2 is gonna be like, and it may just be the same thing that people are experiencing with P-Valley. Like, oh, I ain't want to see this. Like, it may exactly be that. Like, people didn't want to see gay shit, and then people didn't want to see The Wire doing the other shit. Like you watch all the street shit, and then it turns into something totally different.
Yeah.
And so just like stick with it. Just stick with it, because
I have to watch season 2 to understand stuff.
it gets better.
It's good.
Season
Look,
2 was not good for
me
me.
and Miss K is doing it. We getting ready to come to the episode number 4.
Oh yeah,
No, episode number 5.
Y'all are on season 2, right?
Yeah, we on season 2. So
okay, bet. I'm gonna see if I can catch up. So let's see. We're almost just a couple points. Let me look at my notes because we're pretty much done. Okay, let's address because this is like a mini cliffhanger, a little teaser they gave us, I should say. Rome tells Keyshawn that, he's gonna have Teak fired because he noticed that, his anger is definitely triggering Keyshawn. She tried to play it off, but he was like, no, I see it. Like, bitch, you had a moment. So little did he know, Wody was ear hustling and heard that whole conversation. So what are y'all's thoughts, predictions, ideas of what will come from that? You know what I mean? You think he's going to tell Lil Murder what's going to happen? You think he's going to be in agreement with Teak getting fired? Because he is a little bit of a liability with his anger and temperament. What do y'all think?
He done caused too many problems. He need to go. He done caused that big fight where they started busting shots. He still has that jail mentality.
Right.
And he has mental issues. I think he's not stable. He's a loose cannon, and I feel like somebody's gonna get hurt.
Yep.
I feel like it's coming. I think it's inevitable.
I think something's gonna happen to him too. And sadly, I don't want to because I have sympathy based on what he's endured, but it's gonna be some shit. Like something's gonna happen.
Well, unfortunately for me, I feel like Teak will be the catalyst of something happening to someone who is innocent.
Okay, I can see that too.
That is where I am with that. And
I agree.
I see that as well. I see
it's bubbling.
Yep.
Something I don't know which way they're gonna go. I say Wody, put it on wax, put it on you. What Lamar do?
Yeah, we had our death predictions the other night.
Wody, Wody or Uncle Clifford.
All right, let me make my. I'm about to copy Lamont. Shout out to Lamont. Death predictions. I'm typing it up right now.
Teak, normally when people act bad and people have bad behavior, it always affect people around them. Innocent people. I hate it so much. It's
true.
I swear the bad people, they live the longest. Listen.
Crystal said, "My man."
I'm not trying to get emotional or whatever, but I really feel like it's always going to be the innocence. It's always going to be.
It is sad, and that's real life. I mean, a lot of people get. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I think it's that. So I'm with you on that theory. I had that thought as well. I think it could be one of two things. I think, like you said, someone innocent can get hurt based off of the actions of Teak, or I think that Teak may step in and save Lil Murder, take a bullet for him in the crossfire, possibly, since he still got beef with old dude from last season who he beat up. He was in this season a few episodes ago. He gonna come back up probably.
That's interesting.
I could see him stepping in, taking a bullet, saving or protecting Lil Murder as well. So I'm going with one. As far as a theory with them, I thought it could be one of those two things.
Shouts out to Pretty Girl. She just did a video with that theory.
Oh, really? Pretty Girl. What's her thing?
Pretty Girl loves trap content. Check it out.
Yes.
She's in our little family. So.
Yeah. No, I like her work. I've seen her stuff. She's really good. So she had the same theory as well?
She put a theory out. She put a theory out like 2 days ago.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I should be like y'all and start making my theory videos as well. But death predictions, Nita, who you got? And you can have more than one person.
Okay. So for death predictions, I have Miss Ernestine.
Okay.
I have Wody.
Ooh.
I do. I have Wody, Diamond.
Oh, what? Girl. Hold up, bit.
Wody, Diamond, and Miss Ernestine.
You think it's gonna be 3 deaths?
No, though she said I can have more than one.
Okay, no, I'm just saying. You think it's gonna be three deaths?
No. I'm just saying based on what I've seen in the episodes, like the way they're writing the stories, I feel like that's where we're going with.
I disagree with Diamond. I think he's just gonna have a spiritual battle.
Yeah,
he's gonna have a spiritual battle, but he's gonna overcome it. He's afraid of it, but he's gonna conquer it. No, I don't want to see him go.
No, I don't want to.
I feel like
because I have a death prediction. I don't want to see any of these people go.
No, I know what you're saying though. You was like that before. You was right with the other one. I forgot what show you was talking about. You was on it with that.
Yes, y'all be right with y'all. So I'm nervous.
I do think Ernestine is gonna be a casualty though.
Okay, what about you, Moochie? Who you got on your list? And you can have more than one person.
I do feel like Ernestine's gonna be a casualty.
Okay.
I want what I would want to happen. I would want Derek to come on that tour.
Ooh.
And he try to get at Keyshawn, and Little Murder try to come in, and then that's how he get taken out. They both take each other out. Derek and
say it ain't
Derek and Big T.
Say it ain't so. Okay, so Miss Ernestine, and then not prediction, but death prediction.
Huh?
So you're saying Little Murder is on the list of death predictions?
No. I just said
you Derek,
Big T.
Yes,
but I explained the scenario.
Right, the scenario.
The third person, I think Order might get shot if something pop up in the club.
1 second, I'm getting confused. Are you saying that Derek, Big T, and Little Murder is on your list?
No, I just told you that.
You gave the scenario.
I gave the scenario. I said, like he's gonna come there to mess with Keyshawn.
Right.
Dad, I gotta close my patio door.
What are the people though? Can you tell the people first and then explain it?
Let me explain it. He's already mad that she's not coming home.
Mm-hmm.
But I the way y'all was saying the other thing with the flowers, and I didn't see the trailer like that. I didn't slow down the trailer and look at it and break it down how I usually do. Mm-hmm. So I'm just putting that out there. Let's say if he came in and followed her, he's known for just showing up at the club. I think he's gonna show up at the next spot they at. He's on the gram. He knows where they going. If he shows up there, he messes with that girl, and Little Murder try to intervene. Who's gonna jump in?
Oh, Teak. Okay.
And then them two 86 each other.
That would
Derek take out Teak and Teak
Derek and Teak and what else?
And and the old lady. And I don't want her to die. I just want her to get sick and recover.
Right. I was thinking that he was gonna pop up. I had that same thought as far as him popping up on them until I saw the trailer for next week.
Yeah, I didn't see the trailer.
It looks like they're heading home. It looks like they're heading home. So it looks like she's gonna be back at the crib, and he was like, "You haven't been here in weeks." Like that voiceover they had. The way that the preview,
you haven't been here in 3 weeks or something like that.
It was weird.
It was a weird preview. That's what I'm like, is this reality?
I didn't understand what the last shot was trying to tell me, but I felt like
Didn't
that
look
was
like it probably is a dream sequence.
It could have been a dream sequence.
It looks like that a little bit, but I'm like,
it does because it had flowers all around.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was kind of weird for me. So
it was weird.
Only time will tell. Now, let's see. 2 more points. So, okay, let's talk about Autumn / Haley's trifling self. So she is talking to Andre. This is when he tells her that he's going to run for mayor. She thinks it's a great idea. So, he has her support. And then she proceeds to tell him about her plans, her secretive plans to eventually sell the Pank. She's saying that Corbin offered her more money. So now she got him, and she's just talking about all her little plans. I'm going to sell it and do this and do that. And so Clifford and Mercedes are eavesdropping, and then they confront her. And baby, that was a scene. And when Mercedes said, now I know what Montavious meant when he said, you're an easy bitch to love, but an easier bitch to hate. Oh, mic drop. What do y'all think about that situation? What do y'all think? Let's start here. What do y'all think in general about Haley's plan to sell the Pink? Is she overstepping her bounds? This woman said, why do y'all care? It's just a building. She doesn't see the sentimental value of the Pink. She doesn't see what it means to Clifford and everybody else. So what are y'all thoughts? That's the first question as far as her plan. Agree, disagree, indifferent, see both sides?
I disagree. I think she's selfish.
Okay.
I think she's selfish and self-centered. She didn't plan on staying in that town anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just out for self. Look at how she just out for self. She don't care what happens to the girls. Clifford even though it's a strip club, Clifford tries to make that place a home for them girls.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Mercedes didn't want no new people coming in. You know how a whole bunch of girls don't get along.
Mm-hmm.
They had a perfect group. Everybody's getting along. It wasn't no fist fights and stuff there like that. So I don't like what she did. I don't like what she did. I thought that I felt like Mercedes was gonna go out there and beat her ass if Clifford ain't stop her. She was ready to give it to her.
That trick.
But you know what I did want to touch on when you was talking about the colorism thing, because I heard that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Hollywood is doing that now, and they always want. It seems like they trying to portray dark-skinned women as the villain. So, like, if you get a black girl, make sure you get a light. That's what it seems like they saying now, and it just seems like that's their agenda.
It definitely is giving that. Yeah, I agree.
It's giving that. I'm watching all the shows.
Mm-hmm. That's why people had a problem with Courtney Kemp a little bit with power and stuff.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
And then we saw it again. Did she? I'm trying to think before I miss.
And she doubled down and did it in Ghost.
That's what I was gonna say. Did she do it in Ghost as well?
You could have self-corrected and you didn't.
But how about she doubled down and did it in Ghost?
With Lauren.
I mean,
with Lauren versus what's the girl name?
Diana, whatever.
They did. It's the exact same storyline, and because they said that they killed Lauren, I don't think that Lauren is dead. I feel like
I said I don't think she dead.
I feel like they faked her death, and she's gonna come back just the same type of way that motherfucking what's the
That
girl?
other chick came back in
Ooh.
last season. The one in the beginning, the first season.
The girl from the beginning.
Oh, Maria.
Mhm.
Maria.
Not Maria. No.
Who came back in the first one?
What is the girl
The
named?
girl that was with the boyfriend that got killed when they killed him in the club in the
Maria.
first episode.
No.
Ain't her name Maria?
No. The girl that Ghost was in love with. Her.
Oh,
Angela?
Angela, yes.
But Angela wasn't. I mean, Angela ain't get shot
She
or
was
nothing.
light skinned. She was a different color, and
No,
she
I think
came back.
you got confused when you were saying about Lauren not being dead and coming back up. I thought you meant like
No. I'm saying that because Angela came back years later. I don't think
that.
Yeah, but she didn't come.
it's
She
not
came
gonna
back
be
years
the
later,
exact
but
same
she didn't.
scenario. But
Okay.
I believe that because Ghost had this thing with a light skinned girl, and then she came back into the picture, and then I'm saying that Tariq had this thing. They're just trying to basically show Ghost's story. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to do a prequel with him, and so they're gonna show it in a different way. That's what I feel like Ghost is showing. Ghost's story in a different way, but it still plays out the same. That's how I feel like it is.
It could be. I mean, definitely. I felt the vibe. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not the one that tries to make everything about race, but I did feel the same way. I was like, okay, Lauren's the light skinned, pretty good girl, school, trying to do this, trying to be the goody two shoe, but then you got Diana, whatever, But then again, they have Effie, and she's complicated too. So I guess I feel like they probably threw that in there, but okay, we're not gonna make it so obvious like last time. So I don't know. I don't want to be like a what's the word?
I see y'all in the comments. I see y'all.
What they saying? Yeah.
I see y'all in the comments.
Wait, I got a look.
What are you? I hate what are you talking about. I'm trying to. I don't see anything that's like eye popping.
This is
it's not
that lost me. Is it Autumn
It's okay.
This is the part that lost me. Did Autumn say she was gonna cut Cliff out on the sale?
No, she didn't.
69.
Yeah, but he gotta act like that because Mercedes heard it too. He's not gonna say, "Yeah, I'm gonna get 3 million."
But I think regardless of the money, I feel like his anger was genuine. I feel like
his anger was the way because she didn't tell him.
He's with the girls. He's really like his heart is with the pink, the property, the girls, everything that's about the pink. That's what Uncle Clifford is about.
Right.
And the fact that Autumn is not about that. And she keeps trying to say, like, okay, listen, we can get like double, triple that. You could go do the pink. You could take your girls wherever you want to go. But some people are just so stubborn. They don't want to hear nothing. Like they want to just be like, listen.
Yeah, and we know that he's stubborn. So,
Listen.
Yeah. I mean, it just.
Y'all want to do stuff for free. Y'all want to struggle. People like Black people are about that struggle love. So listen,
we love to struggle way too much. Autumn man. Just when I was trying to throw her a damn bone, I just feel like even the way
she's conniving.
I feel like they will get this just due. I feel like whatever Autumn is doing, everybody will be paid in full. Like
that. I mean, and that is why it's complicated because on one hand, I you know what? I think it's not the deal that bothers me, it's the way she moves about it. The way she even speaks about it feels very calculating. It just feels very just negative and selfish. She's not presenting it to me like, hey, Clifford, this situation, you can get this much. I know you love this place, but look, you can get something different. You'll have all this money. You'll have 3 million. She's not, I just feel like she's coming in a very sneaky, conniving,
and people don't want to respond
selfish.
to
And it's like, well, bitch, can I even trust your ass? Because it's like, it's just your aura. You're not, even Andre said, damn, you're cold-blooded. Like, it's something about it. Like, even if in the long run the deal is beneficial for Clifford, it still has this stank on it, the way she's going about things. And it's almost like she has her own ulterior motives. Andre said it. Damn, you're cold-blooded. Like,
but you know what? She might be trying to fool Andre so she could get more information like she did before.
Wouldn't put it past her.
Because remember, she how can I get my words out? Remember, she did that before and got found out about the casino and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm homeless and playing with the pink. Right. Why can't this heifer find an apartment? Damn. She ain't got no money.
Because she don't plan on staying there. Now you know what she gonna do? She gonna move in with Andre. She ain't gonna be at the Pink no more. She gonna be up in there laid up with him. Why?
Because now listen, now he
look,
single now.
She is going ham in the
Yes, Crystal, you are going ham in the comment section.
Wait, I gotta take my glasses off.
I'm glad you're here though, girl. I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you because you've been bringing the commentary in the comment section.
Hello.
I appreciate everybody that's came by, stopped by, watched the entire time, commented. I want to say thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. I'm a small YouTuber trying to grow my channel, and I'm very thankful for every view that I get. Another thank you to my girl Nita the Diva and Mooch. We still got one more point to go over, but I just want to give y'all that love and appreciation before I forget. And Nita's link is in the description box. If you are not following her, please do. And I will add Moochie's as well. They put out amazing content. Love what they do. They inspire me to be more consistent and do better with my stuff. So I thank y'all ladies for hopping on. And last, let's see.
No. My whole thing about Andre and that whole house, I believe
that's my point. That's on my note.
His son.
You took Nita. You took the words out of my mouth. 1 second. Let me just set it up right. That's his
real son. That's his firstborn son.
I'm feeling like that.
It probably is.
Let me set it up.
When they showed the flashback when he was little.
That's his firstborn son.
Let me set it up for the people. My gavel. Let me set it up for the people. Okay. Andre went to Mayor Tydale Ruffin. Went to his house, and baby, they had moving boxes. They was getting their shit out the house, and that woman looked at him and said, I don't know what you have done, what kind of impression you left on that man that he would turn against his own flesh and blood. But here you go. Here's the house. I was just like, so Mayor Tydale left Andre his home, not his children, not his children's mothers. Andre. For one, I think that is insane and disrespectful. Why would you basically put your kids out there on the street? That's weird to me. That's so weird to me. Even if it's
he didn't even know what was going on, though. He came afterwards.
Even if it was supposed to be sentimental and be a thing of, oh, I believe in you, and I don't care about all. That's great. That's great. There's other ways to do that, but for you to not give your home to your own children or your baby mothers who are now a single mother because you have died. Yes, I'm sure you left the money, but they are now the sole parent.
Girl, niggas don't care.
Yeah, but
they don't care. They don't care about the mothers, the kids.
Everybody's not like that, Nita.
A lot of men
are. How do you explain it, Moochie?
Everybody's not like that.
Not everybody, but a lot of people are.
But how do you explain it?
How do I know my dad is not like that.
No, I'm not talking about everybody's not like that. I'm talking about
it's like you put everybody.
I'm talking about Marital.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
The last comment you said.
No, I'm just talking about him. You talk about him. You justify him.
No,
you justify Marital, a fictional character that we're talking about. That's what I
Miss K did mention that Miss K did mention on Sunday that that's his son. So I mean, I'm gonna go there with that. She did mention that was a possibility. He left the house if you go back to the episode of the funeral, when Ernestine was talking about the chitlins, she was like he was back with the baby's mother.
Yep.
So she moved back in that house.
She said he just got back with that.
So she moved back in that house.
That's messed up. I'm sorry.
So
so messed up.
Maybe the will was already like that before he got sick. Maybe the will was like that before he got sick and things was done. I know men that have done that where I worked at jobs and they don't change their paperwork and the last wife gets stuff. So I'm just giving you a real scenario. So you can't say niggas ain't ish all the time. Sometimes people don't do their paperwork because you know why? It ain't a woman go back. You know you need to change this. You know you need to change that. Who be on a man's behind about going to the doctor and stuff like that? They wives. The mother's out there. She's out the house. They wasn't together. I'm just giving that kind of scenario, and I'll leave it at that. Since you wanted me to give a theory,
hey.
I'm just speaking from experience because that's how stuff be really going down. You see that dudes that I've worked with so many years that have have a person that they been with on a job and lived together and all of that, and then the person died and the wife that he left and divorced is getting his pension. So I'm just gonna leave it out. Stuff like that be happening.
It do be happening.
Change their paperwork, and it is what it is. If they broke up and he changed the paperwork and didn't change it back, then what can you do?
I hear you, but it's still very telling that he did not leave it for any of his children, knowing he's got a little child, a little baby. Not, I know he had
I agree with what you're saying. Sometimes it ain't right, but it happens.
And I think the writers are trying to force this down our throat to be like, there's some special love there, or Andre may be his son there. I mean, it might be the way they playing the cards. I was just taken aback. Someone said, yeah, Andre should have let them stay. I felt like, nigga, you gonna let them? I don't know, because I felt like, why do they all have to leave? Like, I don't know. I know it's a TV show, and not everything is meant to be,
I ain't got nothing to say. I'm not making no.
I mean, you just gonna continue to be you. So you got your opinion, and I got mine.
No, you can say your opinion.
I said you got your opinion, and I got mine, and I'll leave it at that.
I ain't got nothing to say because I'm not the majority, so it's no point of me saying nothing.
But what do you mean majority?
I'm taking the man's side.
I feel like, because even the comment, like, I mean,
even though the man did something,
yeah,
the man physically did something, and then we're still trying to make excuses. Like, I
It's
don't
messed up.
understand.
Either to me,
Okay, sister in the kitchen. I said, yes, you can, because I know you can change the paperwork and stuff like that on the grounds of with divorce and stuff like that. Yes, you can if you're not married for a certain amount of time. So I'm giving certain scenarios. Yes, you can. You said it in caps.
I understand, I understand.
No,
that's
I'm not
why I
talking
said
about you. I'm talking about sisters in the kitchen.
Everybody is going to agree with you, Moochie. Everybody's going to agree with you because everybody worships the man. The children, like if you have new children,
what do you mean by worship the man?
Baby children.
What do you mean by worship the man?
How do you make an excuse for a child that is a God child?
Yeah.
Rather than your own flesh and blood.
It's
that is new.
It's messed up.
Like
I mean, it is, but if he had a will,
like it's palpable, like
no, it's messed up because if I was one of his kids, I would feel away. If I was one of the mothers, I would feel away.
Did you see how they was when he came in the house? He didn't even know what was going
on. But he's right though. He's right though.
No, I don't think Mayor Tydell was right with that one. I think there was another way to give something to Andre, to show him that he loved him, to show him that he supported and believed in him. I feel like there was another way. You know, again, the writers, I don't know what they're trying to do. They're really trying to nail this in the coffin of like Mayor Tydell is passing the baton to Andre. They're definitely shoving that now in our face. We see it, but I just thought that was.
Listen, Kira said, "Let's go with that." It was his first kid and an old will.
Who is spamming my damn comments?
What's his name? On Twitter, it was just trending. The LA Times had just released that Chadwick Boseman died without a will.
Yep.
He had resources. He had money. He had access. He could have made his preparations.
Mm-hmm.
He was sick. He knew he was sick. And he still didn't make a will.
Perfect
and then they're still fighting over
the estate and everything. His
perfect example.
Listen,
like I said,
they don't do
paperwork and they don't change it.
Men don't take care of their business. They don't do what they're supposed to do.
It's true. And when we say it, of course we don't mean every single solitary man. Of course not. But we know the general statements we make. Men don't like going to the doctor. You got to follow up after. I know. I have a father. My mom has my father had cancer for the last 3 years. And the way my mom had to get up and be on him and research doctors.
And I just said all of that. I just said all of that in my point. Huh?
Well, women don't get no credit though.
I just said all of that in my point though. For the man. I said all of that. I said, you know why he probably didn't do all of that? Because it wasn't a woman saying, you need to do this, you need to do that. I said that when I started out my whole thing. I came around and went to that.
Yeah.
Men do not change their paperwork. He too busy trying to make babies and be the mayor.
He was too. You're right.
How many? And he had 2 baby mothers.
When are we as women? When are we as men will shun that and say that's not right instead of making excuses for it? So when are we going to do what is initially right? Or when are we going to keep on making excuses?
I think the only thing we can do is the only thing that we can do is hold people accountable, because even my own father, I've been like,
but they know.
Write a will. Like you're getting up there in age. I think you need and my dad's a lawyer. And I still gotta twist his arm. Listen.
They don't. Nobody holds nobody accountable It's like they want to blame the woman for everything and make excuses for the man. It does not make any sense. But we are in a patriarchy and we're supposed to be submitting and doing their will, and they not even doing what the fuck they supposed to do. Like what? Like what are you saying? Like I don't understand the logic. Do y'all hear the logic around what's going on here? Like, I just need to know the logic. If somebody can tell the logic to me, a man who has resources, power, whatever, he got a white woman who is his wife, Chadwick Boseman, may he rest in peace, the king, whatever y'all want to call him, whatever. He didn't have his affairs in order, and he knew he was fighting cancer.
And he knew he was dying.
Like what? Like what? Please tell me what type
Did they have children? He didn't have a child. He didn't have a child, right? He didn't have children. I don't know, because I don't understand that. I don't see what children or no children. I don't see why he didn't write a will, why he didn't, especially when he knew he was sick, he knew he was dying.
Because men don't have to take accountability for nothing that they do. They put everything on the woman.
Yeah, and I don't know, because his wife was definitely present. Like, she was on sets with him, taking care of him. Like, I don't know what their conversations were behind closed doors. I really don't. I can't find a reason why he wouldn't have had his affairs in order, knowing what he knew about his condition. I don't know. But as far as P-Valley go, they really trying to force feed us with this. Andre is taking the baton from Mayor Tydell, and he's going to be the new face, and he's going to, I don't know, avenge his grandfather's legacy. They're definitely force feeding us with that. And you saw he called Corbin and said, yo, meet me at my new campaign headquarters.
I don't want this to get too intense, because
I want to move on, because
Nita's really passionate about it.
Oh, I feel her.
And that's why I just was like, let's agree.
I'm not saying nothing else.
Huh? What do you mean? You said that 5 minutes ago before you went on this last rant.
But what you said is real. But Nita, I want you to know that what you said was very much real. And there are a lot of women who feel that way. As someone who has witnessed it in my own household, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating.
Thank you, Jazz. I appreciate you.
You ain't saying thank you to me, and I'm talking about I done told all my damn family tea. I ain't getting no damn thank
you. She said she goes saying, Mo. I like the comment.
No. I done spent my own family tea. Nobody telling me thank you, damn it. No, let me stop.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, but it's okay.
But yeah,
it's just good to get different perspectives. That's all I'm saying. It's just good to get.
We're not gonna agree on everything.
Yeah, you have your mammies, you have your people, your pick-me's, you got your people that stand up in there.
Wait, what you say? Your pick-me?
You know, it's all different perspectives, and
what's a pick-me?
I'm just a different perspective.
What's a pick-me?
Off the line.
No, it's not me.
No, I'm asking what it is. I don't know what that is.
I just know when I'm not.
It's a new phrase.
I'm not calling nobody nothing. I'm just saying what I'm not.
What? First of all, I don't know what a pick-me is.
I don't think she know, because it's definitely a new.
I don't know what it is. It's okay.
What is it though? I'm asking you to explain it.
It's not me.
Urban Dictionary: a pygmy is a woman that is willing to do anything for male approval. She will embarrass or throw other women under the bus to achieve this goal. Now, that
are you calling me that?
No,
I did not call you that.
But pick me is not just. Let me say this though: pick me is not just as far as men versus women. Pick me can be in a situation. How do I say this? You know how people say Uncle Tom for some people.
Oh, it's like pick me like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Look,
Yeah,
y'all gotta explain some stuff to me because
I'm not calling anybody that.
You know, that's kind of what it.
I'm not saying you don't need. I was asking you to explain me what
I'm
it is.
saying what I'm
and you act like you don't want to elaborate on it.
Yeah. She's never heard of it because it's a new term or whatever. So
an attention seeker. Okay.
yeah, like but
But
people now people use it in different case scenarios, but that's really what it means. Miss K, hey girl, I wanted you to be here, honey, but I was last minute and I just knew you was busy doing your thing. So we'll have to get you on the next one, hunty. But yes, an intention seeker is another definition.
All right, I don't know.
No, it's a new phrase. So I wouldn't expect. I mean, I just found out what it was a couple months ago, if I'm being all the way honest, because I kept hearing people say it. I was like, what the hell does this mean? But anyway, we all of that to say this, we all are pretty much in agreement that what Mayor Tydell did was not great. It was kind of and not in good taste, and what he did was lame, and I feel weird about it. So I think we're all kind of in agreement with that. That could have been handled much better. Shit, I think that's it. Murder gets a text from Clifford. Basically, Clifford is reaching out, just saying like, "Hey, the world is crazy right now. I hope you're okay." He don't text back because he got his boo thing with him in the car.
He gonna text him back.
He probably will. Now, okay, do y'all think there is going to be a situation where Clifford, Teak, and Lil Murder are all in the same room together?
I don't know. He might come if they go to the pink last, like how they supposed to. Yes. I don't know if anything will pop up like that though. How you thinking?
They going to Chuckalisa. That's what I feel like, because that's home base. And everything is shut down. Everybody got curfews. I feel like it's about to go down. I don't know. Episode 5 is the mid.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to do like a mid-season finale and it's going to be a break and this is going to be like a big episode. But that's what it feels like.
But it's supposed to be a break?
I don't know. But I'm just saying,
a week at
they got 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And, you know,
especially with 4th of July come. I don't know. You know, they're
so you saying it might not come on this weekend because of 4th of July?
No, I think it's gonna come on.
It might not.
It didn't say nothing about we back in 2 weeks or anything, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think. I think it may take a break after this episode.
Okay.
Like a mid-season finale, but I think it's coming on this because I didn't hear anything about it not coming on.
I hope not. I'm gonna look
now. Especially after this episode. Like we all tuned in. We like, hello.
Yeah, we glued to our TV, right? So I'm
gonna send me no postcards.
Listen, I didn't even get. Yeah, so I didn't get to touch on that, but yeah, child.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the next episode. As far as future predictions, I feel like this whole love triangle with Teak, Murder, and Uncle Clifford, there's going to be some kind of fallout from that. Just because Teak is a hothead and he's a tick, tick, boom type of, and I think it may not be Murder, it may not be Uncle Clifford. I feel like I said earlier, I feel like I already said it was going to be Wody. I think something is going to happen in Wody because he's an innocent and he's been checking out everything and he's been in the background and he's cool. I feel like it might be him. Because like I said,
him and Rome don't get along.
Never fucking die.
Him and Rome don't get along.
Yeah, it could.
Because Rome sees that he don't know what he's doing as a manager, and he don't like that.
Right.
Yeah, but I feel like Wody is trying to figure it out. And I
but
feel
he's
like
trying to school him with him getting on this track with Never Scared to make sure he get all what's
his
gonna
publishing.
Yeah.
Right. He did. But for some reason, that dude, Rome, he reminds me of a Puffy. He reminds me of a person who will he will take advantage of the talent and the people that he got underneath him, and he's getting everything, and he's giving them the bottom of the barrel. But I don't know. I don't know. But all I know is that usually Black people tend to follow in the same type of toxic things that they usually do. Like whatever white people do, whatever Black people do, and it's toxic. And you say the same thing that white people doing the same thing about you. Black people tend to do the same thing. They tend to capitalize off you. They tend to do all of the same things. Don't give you no shine. Don't give you no publishing. Even though he said it, but I don't think he's going to show him how to do it. I just like
he was trying to tell him, and he shut him down.
I get you. I mean, Rome, we already peeped his ways kind of from last season. You know, at first it was all we, and you know, Low Murder and Mississippi. Then it quickly became just Mississippi. You know what I mean? So he's definitely about the coin. And I mean, I definitely think he might have some slimy business ways. I mean, he definitely helping out Mississippi, but I mean, he got some ways about him, that's for sure.
He's using Mississippi. I don't think he's helping her out, even though they had her in this trailer and she was like going and those were dollars. They were $1 bills. You know, the same way about Puffy and how he's giving Carisha 250,000. That's nothing compared to his billions and millions that he has. He's throwing that to her to get whatever he can get off of her. Like, that's just how I feel about it. But you know, people who don't have nothing, they think something is nothing. I mean, something is something, and it don't really be nothing to. The same way about Coach, they throwing that 10,000. Every time Mercedes going in, she like this. It's so beautiful.
Yeah,
somebody that ain't nothing and don't have nothing. Ooh. That shit look like a lot, but it's not.
Sure do.
Stop.
Cannot.
I don't know.
Y'all, we have talked. I cannot believe this damn thing was 3 hours long. I never predicted it being this long. Y'all, we talked about P-Valley. We talked about Power. We talked about O's. We talked about Game of Thrones.
Carisha. Power Force.
We talked about so much shit, but I love it.
Canaan. We talked about everything.
I love it. This was such a really fun live. Like, I was not even expecting this. Thank you again to everybody who tuned in, those who dropped by, those who watched from top to bottom. I thank you so much for sticking with us. Thank y'all in the comment section for keeping us entertained. Thank you to my guest, Nita the Diva. You are amazing. Got lots of love for you, girl. Moochie, thank you so much for hopping on, girl. This was last minute.
Yeah, I was like out. Because I spoke to Nita and I told her, look, I'm out. I'm not home yet. I don't know if I'm gonna make it back. And then I had got in. It was y'all was like in the middle.
Yay.
But I was like, girl, you could have hopped up. Like, I sent you the link like 40 minutes.
Yeah, but I was still doing something.
Oh, okay. You were still on. But no, I thank you for coming on.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Let's see. Their links are in the description box down below. If you guys are not subscribed to me, honey, what are you doing? Y'all, please click that subscribe button down below. Like this video, and please support us, you guys. We are Black YouTubers. It is really hard out here in these YouTube streets. We're trying to all grow our channel, so help assist that out.
Please help. Please subscribe.
Yes,
check out my video.
Yes, y'all subscribe to all three of us, honey. All three. And cross your fingers. Damn, tomorrow's Friday. Shit. Cross your fingers.
Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday.
No, tomorrow's Thursday. Woo, child. Lose my mind.
And we got hidden gems tomorrow on my channel.
Okay. What time?
10 p.m.
10
p.m. Okay. Let the people
Me,
know.
Nita, and Miss K.
And y'all cross fingers. We may be having a hot topic segment this Friday. We're crossing our fingers that it will happen with these ladies, including Miss K. So y'all stay tuned for that. We are going to be talking about some juicy stuff, politics, celebrity stuff, all types of stuff, current events, all types of things. So y'all get ready for that. Again, thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe, and we will see you guys.
Greta, Jazzy, sister.
Yes, everybody. Thank you, everybody in the comment section. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Greta. Thank you, Jazzy, Matt.
All of y'all in the comments.
Sister in the kitchen, you was getting it in with the comments.
Sisters in the kitchen, that's my girl. Thank you, boo. Greta, all y'all. Love all y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all kept us entertained.
I like a good debate.
I love a good debate.
Nita know I still love her.
Of course, it's all love.
Absolutely.
All love.
We could agree to disagree.
I'm not fooling with y'all. All right, y'all. Until next time, we'll catch you later. Peace. Bye.